The following podcast contains opinion and commentary protected under the First Amendment and fair use, as well as the public records and freedom of information laws. The content may include adult themes, concepts, or language not suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Inside, take a seat, let the stories feed your soul. Hear the echoes, find the patterns, every truth, each hidden role. From the bench to the whispers, where the gavel takes its toll. There's a rhythm in the verdict, echoes from the cubby hole. Echoes, echoes from the cubby hole, where justice swings and stories unfold.
Welcome, everyone, back to your favorite cubbyhole on the internet. It is Thursday. We've made it past hump day. Thank God for something. It's been a busy week for me. I don't know about you. Hopefully your week has been good. We hope that. And before I say anything further, I'm going to add extra trigger warnings and disclaimers for this evening because we've got a lot of content to get through. It's been a busy, busy week, and we're not even at Friday yet in the Laura Owens and Owens universe, the Owens verse. So we will add trigger warnings and personal warnings for, shall we say, abusive tendencies, shall we say manipulation, body image issues, and eating disorders. So there is a lot. There is a metric shit ton to cover this evening. And yes, there's even Dingus, the dipshit douche canoe.
The fucking douche canoe.
We've got to talk about him a little bit. And we even have a new, fresh off medium.com, Laura Owens original article. The Medium blog has returned, folks, so there's a lot to do. And without further ado, or any further ado, let me bring in my cohort in verbal crime. Jeep Daddy himself. Good evening, sir.
Well, good evening, Echoes, and good evening to everybody.
Are you
out
well
there in
lubricated?
Calgary. I'm working on it.
You might want to work a little faster. This is a lot. We
Well,
are
I got my
drowning in it tonight, chat. We are drowning in shit. And as I was thinking about the show structure earlier today, while I'm doing my job, because I have to multitask, it's not enough to work two paying jobs, and YouTube is its own full-time job. We have to think about it while we're working the others. So as I was thinking about the stuff for tonight, lo and behold, more happens. And it's just like, oh, stop. Can you let me catch up first? Stop it. I've got 16 tabs in the browser window ready to go. So we've got lots. So let's not waste any time. Tempest Fugits.
That's like a $150 word.
Well, that's from a show. Do you know what show?
I'm not pulling. Firefly? I don't know.
No, it's the wife in The Music Man, the wife of the mayor, Eulalie McKechnie Shin. Mayor Shin's wife, and she's the one that did the Grecian urns, and she was always saying, Tempest Fugits, and the daughter was always going, gods.
Oh dear.
Okay, then you need to watch Music Man again. You're
apparently I just kind of got lost in the music parts of that, and
yeah, well, some of the antics are good too. Ahoy, Bruce. And let me speak of Bruce. For a minute. I'm going to steal the screen for 5 seconds. If you don't already know, Bruce, the authorship moose, that's Dr. Bruce, the author moose, has written a book. And actually, I didn't realize this. The moose has this as a second edition. And it is Bruce's book, The Ghost Man, a modern pulp western, the dawn of the internet, and secrets in a small town. So if you need some fictional reading material, or maybe semi-fictional reading material, go get Bruce's book. I haven't started yet. I don't even have a bookmark in it. It just arrived the other day. I broke it out of the box. And It needs to be my recreation time, I think, is reading Bruce's book. I'm excited. So make sure you get Bruce's book, folks. I've heard it's good. So,
And Bruce,
good
you can now
evening,
send your
chat.
you can send your sponsorship dollar fee over to Echoes at PO Box
Yes, P.O.
15195 Mill Creek.
Yeah, see, now I need a P.O. box. Good evening, Lori. Good evening, Lori Jane, Razmataz, Colorado Canadian. IB, nice to see you. Oh, Lord in heaven. He doesn't have a PhD, but we'll give him an honorary one. How
It's
about
an
that?
honorary. Yeah.
Honorary Doctor of the Moose. Or Moose, I don't know. Moose doctorates? There's gotta be. Yeah.
Dr. Moose?
Dr.
I don't know.
Moose. I think that's applicable. Awaiting for
Doctor.
the ebook version someday. Well, talk to Bruce about that one. I like paper. I'm old fashioned. I like paper, even though I have multiple iPads that I use for digital things. I still like to, just touch it and smell. I'm not going to eat it, but we like the smell of.
What kind of channel is this? This was
smell
about
of
to go.
creativity and print.
This was really on the edge of going down a whole different path that I thought we had to put some other disclaimers in.
Well,
here.
because this doesn't smell like bullshit, unlike Laura Owens stuff.
Oh,
because we've got bullshit Laura Owens.
The stench.
Yeah. We are saving the bullshit Laura Owens. All of the horrific, blaming all the world for her problems she's had most of her life. And we've talked about her body image issues and her eating disorder issues. I made almost an entire episode about how that's prevalent in equestrian sports. And I also talked about how that manifests as vocal fry. Because Laura Owens talks with vocal fry. And there's reasons for that. And, things like purging and tend to inflame the vocal tract, which lends itself to all kinds of vocal problems, including vocal fry. So we've covered this before, but Laura has seen fit to reappear on Medium. I pity her public defender. God help that poor man. Because here she goes. She's the little engine that can't stop is steaming up again. So she's here. It's long. So we got to get through all kinds of stuff. But we're going to talk about some bankruptcy stuff first. Does it smell like moose? Let me see. No, it smells like a book. It smells like a good fiction. That's what it smells like. I smell like Stetson Black. So there you go. I was wondering if this was going to have some sort of cologne going with it. No, I didn't catch that, but that's okay. I don't necessarily need to know what Bruce smells like. That's all right. I'm sure Bruce is brilliant in his cologne selection, but we don't need to know everything. Just like it was, a surprise to learn of Omar's unmentionable choices on Schnitzel Ninja's live the other day. I still can't get over that. It's like, that's not something I expected to come up in conversation about Laura Owens. Okay, whatever.
I still need to go review this footage.
Go to Schnitzel Ninja's channel. Yeah, by all means. All right, so let's get right into it, folks. Not a moment to lose. So let's start with the bankruptcy stuff. This is Mommy and Daddy Owens appearing in bankruptcy court, and there's developments there, folks. We'll get to those in minutes. So I'm trying desperately to go semi-chronologically, although when we get to Laura, we're going to jump around a bit, but that's just the way it is. So here we go. This is fresh from, let's see, I got to find the right tab. Fresh from Schnitzel Ninja, our good friend who's doing yo woman's work. I can't say yo man's, can I? Yeoman's work, yo ladies work. Just keeping us with all this. I don't know where all these recordings come from. It's amazing. So this is about 12 minutes. This is how things went in bankruptcy court for Mommy and Daddy. And we'll give you the recap after this little recording. Here we go.
On October 29th, year 2025, this is the time set for the meeting of creditors for Elizabeth Naylor and Ronald Owens. That's case number 25-07596. There are a number of individuals who are here in the hearing room. I've got a few announcements to make. Number one announcement is it is absolutely prohibited from recording these proceedings. These proceedings are a part of the record in this particular Chapter 13 bankruptcy case. If anybody needs a copy of this proceeding, they may request it from the United States Trustee Office in Phoenix, Arizona. Second.
I'll second Bruce's motion there.
Thirded.
As Omar says, a worthwhile compromise. I'm just going to say, we're going to interrupt just to talk about life things for a second. Okay, just kidding. But, you know, choice is important, and not all things are made the same. And I'll just admit, I'm not a big fan of plain cotton, so we go with high-tech things. That's all I'm saying.
The only people who will be allowed to communicate with the debtors today are parties in interest. If you're not a party in interest, I'm going to ask you to mute your devices now so that we don't have feedback.
In fact, we fund wars in other countries.
All right. This individual is going to be...
Now, what's interesting about the background audio is it's actually someone watching Dave Neal. I don't know how many people notice that. This is one of Dave Neal's political commentaries on his Rush podcast. So I don't know if this was, someone like David Gingras trying to play Dave Neal to get someone in trouble or what the hell was going on. But it was definitely Dave Neal's voice, and it was definitely Dave Neal's recording. But I don't know who it was. We don't know everyone in attendance, but worth pointing out for whatever reason.
Toward the death of
Is anybody else that feels like they need to make statements in this hearing? You will be immediately removed. All right. Having said all of that, we're going to start the hearing. Ms. Naylor, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in your case is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Owens, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in your case is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
I think they're taking their vows or something.
Yes, good morning, Mark Ashley for petitioners. All right. Ms. Naylor, we're going to start with you and have you state your name for the record.
It's Elizabeth Ann Naylor Owens.
And did you take the oath that I just administered?
Yes, I did.
Are you the individual that filed this bankruptcy case?
Yes.
Do you currently reside at the address that was on your bankruptcy petition when filed?
Yes.
Have you been a resident of Arizona the greater part of 180 days before you filed this bankruptcy case?
Yes.
And have you lived in Arizona for more than 2 years?
Yes.
Have you filed a previous bankruptcy case in the past 8 years?
No.
Have you filed a previous bankruptcy case using a social security number other than your own?
No.
Did you sign the bankruptcy petition and schedules filed in this case?
Yes.
And Mr. Ashley, you have the original signed petition and schedules in your file?
Yes, sir, I did.
Ms. Naylor, did you review the bankruptcy petition and schedules filed in this case?
Yes.
Is all the information on the petition and schedules true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Did you list all the property that you own?
Yes.
Did you list all the debts that you owe?
Yes.
Are there any changes to your bankruptcy schedules you need to tell me about today?
Not that I know of.
Are you receiving any monies from a will or trust?
No.
In the past 6 years, have you waived any rights to receive any monies from a will or trust?
No.
Do you anticipate receiving any monies from an inheritance in the future?
I have a probate case that I'm attempting to reopen, but that's been going on for 14 years, so.
Okay.
And why she's fighting with her brother still is a mystery to everybody. Other than she's trying to squeeze more money to fill in the hole she's digging along with her daughter. Because she's trying to sue the mommy's, grandma's estate, essentially. The one that her brother, Mark, is trustee the right word? No, my words are jumbled together. Mark is over the estate, the Naylor estate, and Jan has been suing him on and off for years, trying to get more money out of it. None of which she is necessarily entitled to, but she thinks she is, and she thinks if she keeps suing him, he'll eventually give in. Are we seeing a pattern of what mom and daughter do? Anybody? Are we seeing the pattern? So she filed something a little bit more recently. I haven't followed it very closely. Trying to do the same thing, trying to claim that she wasn't given her due from the state, and all the usual bullshit, all the usual female Owens bullshit, to try and squeeze more money and to bully another man into giving in or else. So that's the highlight there. We'll keep going. This keeps going because it just keeps going.
Anything else?
No.
All right. Is the Social Security number, which appears in the Bankruptcy 341 notice form, is that your Social Security number?
Yes.
Do you owe any domestic support obligations, like child support or alimony payments?
No.
Did you file the last 4 years of your state and federal income tax returns?
I am in the process of filing the last two. We have had difficulty once the bankruptcy was filed. The credit card companies took online access to that information away. So my tax preparer and I have been working to try to get that information and get that filed.
Okay. Can you tell me what yours? Because I think I have a copy of the 24 returns, or don't I?
You have a copy of the 2022. I can send the 2021 as well. It's the 23 and 24 that we don't have.
Oh, okay. All right. So when are those returns going to be filed?
I would hope that we would be able to get something put together for your purposes within the next couple of weeks.
All right. The sooner the better.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Are you currently working, Ms. Naylor?
No.
No, we have.
I'm scheming with my daughter.
LLCs that I help to manage. We have a short-term rental that I help to manage, and
You're
Not anymore.
no, I'm not employed. No.
Okay. Thank you very much. Mr. Owens, could you please state your name for me?
Ronald Stephen Owen.
And I should point out what someone else put in chat from No Thanks MK. Did you include the GoFundMe? Definitely not. That's a rather glaring omission from the Owens Naylor bankruptcy procedures. So we're hiding money. But it gets worse, folks. Just like Law Talk with Mike, I guarantee you this evening for them will get worse as we cover more. So hold on to your butts. Keep your straps up. Keep everything zipped up because this is going for a ride tonight.
And did you also take the oath that I administered earlier?
I did.
Do you currently reside at the address that was on your bankruptcy petition when filed?
Yes.
And are you the individual that filed this bankruptcy case?
Yeah.
It was jointly, yeah.
He doesn't know. No, she did it. Of course she did it. Honey, and I was sharing this sort of theory. I'm calling it a theory. I was joking around on the Twitters the other night, and I said to, I forget who it was. There have been lots of conversation on the Twitters lately about this, about all of this. And I made the statement half in jest that Jan must have said, well, we'll call her Jan, Elizabeth Ann Naylor Owens, a.k.a. Jan Black. She must have said to her husband, Ron Owens, Ronnie, we need to file bankruptcy, and so does Laura, so that this Clayton Eckerd bastard won't come after us and take all our money. I think that's more or less what happened, because, well, Mom and Dad filed first, and it wasn't much later that Laura filed Chapter 7. And guess what, folks? They're not going to stay separated for much longer. There's so much more to come.
It was joint. Me and my wife.
All right, and okay. And you currently reside at the address that was on the bankruptcy petition when filed?
Mm-hmm.
And is that yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Have you been a resident of Arizona the greater part of 180 days before you filed this bankruptcy case?
Yes.
And have you lived in Arizona for more than 2 years?
Yes.
Have you filed a previous bankruptcy case in the past 8 years?
No.
Have you filed a previous bankruptcy case using a Social Security number other than your own?
No.
Did you sign the bankruptcy petition and schedules filed in this case?
I did.
I'm sorry, did you physically sign the petition and the schedule?
No, I didn't. She signed for me. She signed for me.
Okay.
That poor man. I mean, He's been living with Parkinson's for 25 years. Leave the man in peace. If the women want to ruin their lives, you know, who's to stop them? But leave that poor man alone. I mean, for God's sake.
Schedules.
I have a problem with my broken fingers and the like, so that she is able to sign.
Broken finger. When did his hands get broken? When did he get broken fingers? This is news. Did Laura do it? Did he get stepped on by a horse? What happened here? Could it have been the black chair? Did he fall out of the black chair and broke his fingers? The black chair, the black chair. I'm seeing it in chat already. Good job, chat.
You signed.
With Mark, yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry, Mr. Ashley, can you clarify what? I said he docu-signed. Okay, great, thank you. Mr. Owens, did you review the bankruptcy petition and schedules filed in this case?
Yes.
Is all of the information on the petition and schedules true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Did you list all the property that you own?
Yes.
Did you list all the debts that you owe?
No.
Yes.
Are there any changes to your bankruptcy schedules you need to tell me about today?
No.
Are you receiving any monies from a will or a trust?
No.
In the past 6 years, have you waived any rights to receive any money from a will or a trust?
No.
Do you anticipate receiving any money from an inheritance in the future?
You're not.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. It's needed.
Oh, okay. I feel like I'm hearing an echo in there. Is there? Can you hear me okay, Mr.?
No, we hear you fine.
Perfectly.
Oh, okay. All right. Is the Social Security number, which appears in the bankruptcy 341 notice form, is that in fact your Social Security number?
It is.
Do you owe any domestic support obligations like child support or alimony payments?
No.
And again, your wife testified that the 2023 and 2024 tax returns have not been filed, but the prior to 21 and 22 have. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. And you're not currently working. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Thank you. All right. Cassie, are any creditors present in the Naylor Owens matter?
No, there are not.
Okay. Have you reviewed Mr. Owens and Ms. Naylor's identification documents?
Yes, I have reviewed their driver's licenses and their social security cards, and their on-screen appearances and social security numbers match the ID and the card that we have received.
All right, thank you. All right, I'm going to direct these questions to Ms. Naylor. Ms. Naylor, you do not own any vehicles, is that correct?
No.
All right, and you and your daughter do a podcast, is that correct?
Nobody owns the car.
Correct.
Do you receive any income from doing the podcast with your daughter?
We had done the podcast, and we had been making good income from it up until 2 years ago when this online smear campaign started. Okay. And then they went after our advertisers, they went after our guests.
We don't need to get into all of that.
Yeah, it's paused is what it is. It's paused. We haven't done it.
It's paused. Does that mean they're going to make a comeback when Laura's in prison? Is she going to do it live from a prison cell?
As soon as they can expunge all this
live from the
inconvenient
Maricopa
debt.
County Prison, Laura Owens with her mother, Jan Black.
Oh, yeah. And I love
nobody told me a self-help podcast.
I love the question was like, is it true you don't own any cars? And she answered no. It's like, you do?
Or you don't? I know.
Like,
there's a lot of sort of double speak.
Yeah.
And both of them do it. Laura and mother do it well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the intent
definitions.
was that the intent of like, do you own a car? No. But like he asked to me, it was very clear. Is you don't own any cars. Is that correct? The answer then should be yes. If you don't own any fucking car, I'm just going to go back to my drink. Please continue.
You know, Laura did claim it on her Chapter 7, but she listed it as both an asset and a debt. So I'm a little confused. And that number varied depending on which side of the column it was on. It was very interesting. But we don't claim who has the title to the car because she claimed to owe money on it. So the numbers are questionable. And we'll talk about that more.
If she owns, if she owes, that's probably electronically held somewhere with a lien or whatever. So like,
yeah, I'm
maybe
sure
they're
there's a
trying to
record.
sit. Maybe they're trying to get away with this whole like, I don't own the car. The bank owns the car.
Well,
Shut the fuck up.
Laura does that. I don't own the LLC. My mother does. Well, we'll get there. Hold your horses.
Yeah.
As Bruce very wisely points out, because Bruce is a wise moose. Let's see her W-2s for the podcast.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see some W-9s for some other people. Let's see. Is the smear a pap smear? Yeah, that's about right. It could be, yeah. I mean, they need to put the podcast in the stirrups along with all the fake babies. All right, we're almost at the end of this, so let's just wrap this thing up.
Let's just go for it.
Generating any income currently?
It's generating a small amount of, continuing income. Like I got a notice yesterday that there's like $17 that was made on it last month.
So is it fair to say that it's not regular income? Maybe some months there might be something, and then others there may no income.
Right. Well, there would always be. I think there would always be something like $17 or $20.
Okay.
That kind of thing.
That kind of thing.
All right.
That's very specific financial terms. That kind of thing.
Very technical.
Yeah. We don't want to talk too much about how specific, how much dollars and cents the podcast is dribbling in, because, we don't want them taking that either. So let's be vague.
Yeah, let's forget the GoFundMe. Let's forget the Patreon,
Oh, yeah. The GoFundMe that collected 140 something thousand. I haven't checked it in a while. I may do that later. And money that, according to one researcher, does in fact go directly into Ron Owens' bank account. But then I wonder which one of the women pulls it back out of that bank account for their assorted needs. Because we know Jan has access to everything. That's just factual. And if it's not, she can try and sue me and we'll find out the answer for sure. Good luck. Yikes.
Did your daughter contribute anything to the purchase of the home you currently live in Scottsdale?
No.
All right. And do you run any type of an Airbnb out of your home?
Yeah.
No, not out of our home. We have an Airbnb that I have an LLC.
Not anymore.
I run that.
Okay. And do you receive income from that?
It's not even covering the mortgage. It's been for sale since I want to say maybe March or April.
Okay.
And so we're not covering the mortgage on it, right?
Cool. So it's a separate home that you and your husband own. You do not reside in there.
It's in an LLC that I own.
Oh, it's an LLC you own. Okay. And there's the LLC is not generating any income. As a matter of fact, it's incurring losses because it's not generating enough money to make the payment. Is that your testimony?
Correct. It currently is not. No.
All right.
It just dawned on me, mom and daughter, that being Laura, use the same verbiage. Correct. I'm not going to commit myself, but I'll say correct. So, no, I was just agreeing with what, we'll talk about that more later, too. I've been listening to some Jack Fox this afternoon. Jack Fox talked about the latest Laura Owens nonsense. Words are important. And when we use certain words and they're used in certain ways, we can discern some truth or avoidance of truth.
Especially in law practice, right? Like the phraseology and the words you use kind of matter.
Watch your phraseology. There's another Music Man reference.
Booze and jazz and something. Anyway.
Oh, poor Bruce. Why are their businesses so craptastic? Because they're crappy? I think, and I'll lay some cards on the table. I'll lay a few more cards. I think they generated the businesses partially, on a whim and a hair up Laura's ass. But I think also to get new credit. They'd start maxing out one credit, so they'd start another LLC and get more credit cards and then start running that up. And then Laura would have another idea. Well, let's start Keybacker, and let's get another credit card there and run that one up. Well, let's start this, and let's do an Airbnb. Well, let's get a credit card for Liz Max LLC, and let's run that up. They've got more credit cards than a single family should be allowed to have by law. But they have. They've got multiple mortgages and loans, and we've got stacks of credit cards that would probably cover my entire desk here.
I mean, wouldn't they, like, I'm LLC law dumb, but like, I was always under the impression that if you had an LLC and you wanted to get a line of credit or like your business, small to do or whatever, that you as the human that is the manager of said LLC, it is also on your credit report.
Yeah. Well, something that's been missing out of all the bankruptcy talk, and I would love to talk to Tiff about this, are there separate business accounts for all these LLCs and business ventures that mom and daughter and or other family? Quartet Farms, Stylet, Nobody Told Me, Liz Max, et cetera, et cetera. Are there separate business banking accounts for this? Or did it all just sort of magically funnel into mom's or dad's or a combination of both or something Laura had? That's a piece that I haven't quite heard much about, but we've been seeing just piles and piles of credit being used up everywhere. Macy's credit cards and other fashion credit cards. I mean, it's just, they probably have 30 or more credit cards. I haven't gone through the list. And I would be surprised if they actually listed all their credit cards in the bankruptcy stuff.
Like, we reviewed the bankruptcy document and there
included
weren't
the ones
a
they
bunch
maxed, but the ones they probably still use, they may not have included. I don't know that, but Tiff has got the scoop on all that.
Well, I didn't
go visit
you and I
Tiff,
go
folks.
through that bankruptcy doc with some of those with the creditors, and like there wasn't
a little
like
bit.
a pile
We looked
of
at
cards.
Laura's. I don't know that we looked at mom and dad's quite so much because it just went on.
Maybe not.
We may have. I don't remember now. We do one of
I
these.
feel like I
and
would
then
have
forget what we
remembered
talked
that,
about.
despite all of the bitch beers that I probably had that night. I would have remembered going through and seeing like the piles of credit cards. But like, what is where Airbnb? I don't know. Just yeah.
Yeah. This is almost done. Like 30 seconds.
Okay.
That is all the questions I have with respect to that. Have you folks taken the financial management class, the second class yet?
Not the second one, no.
Okay. I sent you a brochure regarding the free online class. Do you remember receiving that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, again, if you want to do the class online, you can take advantage of that. Again, you just follow the instructions. You'll both be able to take the class, and it's at no charge to you. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's all I have. Your hearing's adjourned. I'm going to put everybody back in the waiting room. And
that's the end of that one, so I don't need to let that run out. So now here's the update on what's happened since. That hearing was October 29, 2025. That's a few months back, and then some. The latest scoop is this. I feel like it should hit the breaking news button, but it's really not breaking news. This is kind of old news now. And I can't make this any bigger. Sorry, chat. Sorry, replay crew. It just it doesn't want to embiggen. I don't understand why these things don't work. And I've pulled this off the Twitters, so this comes from at Clayton's Justice on Twitter X, and this is a dismissal order. And it is being filed for dismissal by the trustee of the court for Ronn Owens and Elizabeth Ann Naylor Owens, a.k.a. Jan Black, because they did not meet their obligations. They did not get their class on financial management done. They did not get their taxes that they were required to have done. And I think there may have been some other things. I think Tiff may have mentioned that too. So it has been filed, I think just recently, in the last 1/13/26. So just a few days ago, it was filed to dismiss their Chapter 13 bankruptcy. It having been shown to the court that the debtors have failed to comply with the court requirement concerning failure to fully comply with the trustee's recommendations dated December 8, 2025, and submit the stipulated order confirming Chapter 13 plan or set a hearing before the court. As of the date of this dismissal, No current motions to extend time appear on the court docket, and these items have not been addressed. Now, therefore, it is ordered that this case is dismissed, and the clerk of the court will give notice of dismissal to all creditors, meaning it's open shark season for the creditors. 2, a motion to reinstate the case may be granted without a hearing if the trustee approves the proposed reinstatement order. If the trustee does not approve reinstatement of the case, the matter may be set for hearing upon the debtor's motion. The court may set a hearing on the debtor's motion to reinstate on the request of an interested party who had joined the trustee's request for dismissal. Item 3, if the case has had a plan confirmed pursuant to 28 U.S.C., etc., the trustee shall be paid his percentage fee from all payments received from the debtors. If the case has not, and I've got an archive mark under there that's annoying the hell out of me, something, a plan confirmed, the trustee shall not be paid his percentage fee. You know they're going to try and avoid paying anything.
Of course.
If the court previously entered a payroll deduction order on one or both of the debtor's wages, then the court vacates that order. And 5, except as may be stated here, and all pending adversary proceedings, contested matters, and administrative hearings related to this case are vacated. 6, retention of jurisdiction. The trustee will retain the debtor's funds pending court approval of the payment of its administrative expenses of the debtor's attorney. If the debtor's Chapter 13 plan contained an application for the payment of administrative expenses to the debtor's attorney, and no party filed an objection to the application, the debtor's attorney may lodge an order approving the application within 10 days after the court enters the dismissal order. Alternatively, debtor's attorney has 10 days from the court's entry of this dismissal to file a separate fee application. If an order approving the application or a separate fee application not filed within 10 days, all remaining funds held by the trustee will be returned to the debtors. Now,
I think it's
wait
funny,
to see
like,
if the court will sign
0.5.
off on that.
Well, 0.5 kind of makes it or 0.4, excuse me, 4 and 5. But yeah, like payroll deductions of all $17 a month. Yeah.
And this was something that Tiff, along with Patrick, lol cow lawyer, and briefly with Lauren Knighty from Court of Random Opinion last night or yesterday. One of the things Tiff and Patrick were talking about was whether or not the pensions and the Social Security are judgment proof. And they thought, based on initial research, that may be true, but there's also ways that could be taken too. So that one might have to be resolved by the bankruptcy court. So we'll see. We'll see if the court signs this and if it gets dismissed, in which case go get your pound of flesh out of the Owens parents.
I mean,
There's
I feel
more.
like just
There's
going
another
through
piece
this,
to this.
I
There's
feel like
another
just
piece
going
to-
through this, all of this with you, like on these live streams, that I need to start, like, I should be a creditor on this shit to like
I know.
reclaim
We
some
should
of my
all
time.
we should all be creditors for pain and suffering.
Jesus,
Right?
no.
So there is another piece, and this ties into Laura's bankruptcy case, and I will cover that once I get through Laura's stuff. Because some things that are happening in Laura's case are coming back to mom and dad. Those conjoined finances. That's not quite the right word, but there's a lot of
The conjoined tonsil twins, what?
yeah. Oh God.
Oh no, sorry, wrong thing. Never mind.
Wrong thing. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Laura did say, "Oh, one of the twins is not doing so well. It may have died." So blithely. I mean, when we have some downtime, when there's downtime in this case, we're going to do some backing up. We'll do a Melissa Jade, and we'll go back and review some of the antics of what has come before all this. How's that for? There will not be a dull moment. So, I've held off on going back in the way back machine just because there will be some ebbs and flows once we get past some of all the eruptions of Mount Bankruptcy. That we'll have some time before the criminal case starts picking up some steam itself. But this will come to a head a little more, and then some things will happen, and then we'll have we'll see where it goes from there while the criminal stuff starts heating up. So we'll have a little bit of downtime to recap some of the Eckerd stuff, some of the other things. I've talked a little bit about some of the other communications when we looked at some of Mike Maricini's early case stuff. So we'll have some things to look backward on just for additional content while we wait for more drama to unfold. So there will be more. Stay tuned, folks. Stay tuned. So now let's go here to Laura's Tales of Woe. Yes, folks, it gets worse. This was the meeting of creditors that took place Monday, I believe this was. Is that the 12th? Is that right? Yes, it's got to be.
Yeah, I think so.
It gets hot and heavy. And Laura pulls on the crocodile tears at one point. And I'm going to preface this because I've heard so many people talk about this already. I couldn't hop on a live last night. I was going to. I wanted to. But I had to do a work call at 6:30 Pacific time. And that went for a little while. And I went, I just don't have it in me to hop on, even though there's all kinds of shit happening. But I'm glad I waited because Dingus the Douche Canoe made an appearance today.
The fucking douche canoe.
So we were rewarded by waiting just a little bit, which is good. So here comes Laura's bullshit. So brace yourselves. Be prepared for whining and crocodile tears and finger pointing. And I don't understand what having an interest means. So here you go. Oh, wrong one. Over here.
Push the button. Jesus Christ.
All right, this is a call in the Laura Owens case 25-11801. Debtor is present. We have a lot of interest. I keep having people pop in. I think that's
Yeah. It wasn't
let me
me.
check. That's another debtor. I'm not going to let that person in. We have enough in here. We have a lot of interested parties in the meeting, but as far as I know, we're only going to have one ask any questions. So I'm going to go ahead and swear you in, Ms. Owens, and we're going to let this creditor's attorney actually let me. What is your? I have your name, sir. What is? And I'm sorry. I think is it Eckert? You're representing?
Clayton Eckert.
All right. Ms. Owens, would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear the test... Okay, this happened before. I don't know who... There's noise bleeding through somebody, and it's probably somebody on the phone. If you can't mute your device, I'm going to have to remove you from the meeting.
Yes, he's an idiot with zero common sense and no social skills.
It sounds like someone's watching TV.
Politics. He'd be a disaster, asterisk, has been widely debunked by fact checkers. Original source. The quote first appeared in 2019 as a social media. Nearly
20% not muted is Patrick.
All right, who do we have? Who is it?
found in any interview, newspaper archive.
It's not coming through. As who's doing the...
Such a quote existed.
Let's skip a little bit of this stuff while they get their act together.
Who's that?
Yeah, that's like just.
I'm sorry, Ms.
knowing how to
Owens.
use your
Please,
technology.
if we can continue.
Here we go.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Would you state your full name for the record, please?
Laura Michelle Owens.
Okay. So I'm going to continue to work with the debtor. I still need to get some documents so that I can ask my questions in a meaningful way. But because of the creditor interest in this, I'm going to open this up and ask: are there any parties in the meeting who wish to examine this debtor? Go ahead and make your appearance, sir, and tell me who you represent, since we're on the record now.
Yes, Marcus Reisinger, appearing on behalf of Clayton Eckert, a creditor in this matter, and I'd like to ask a few questions.
All right, thank you, sir. Go ahead and please be mindful of our time constraints.
Understood. Ms. Owens, have you been advised of your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent?
No, I have not. I don't have an attorney in this matter.
All right. In your bankruptcy petition, you filled out what's known as Form 107, which is an income statement. Do you recall doing that?
Yes.
And page 2 of that statement asks, did you have any income during this year or the 2 previous calendar years? Why did you answer no?
Because I personally do not have any income and have not for the last 2 years.
Now, I want to inject some Jack Fox isms at this time, where when we hear ly words, that should get our attention. And she likes to use the word, I personally didn't get this, or I personally didn't have that. And that needs to make us ask more questions, right? I personally didn't receive any money from this. My mother personally paid for that. It's she uses language in a very specific way for specific reasons, and it's important to pay attention to that.
Did you testify in June of 2024 that you had approximately $200,000 per year of income with your business partner?
With my mother, and that's all gone directly to the LLC. Nothing's been paid to me personally.
So is it your
There it is again.
Ding, ding, ding.
There it is again. I might have to hit buttons every time she says it.
testimony that you received no income from any of the LLCs that you listed in your petition?
Correct.
In March or April of 2024, you stated in an affidavit that you had $450,000 in cash in an account. Where's that money now?
As Mr. Eckerd knows, that was never mine.
That wasn't the question.
Yeah.
That wasn't the question. As Mr. Eckerd knows. No, that's not how you start this. So, as you can tell already, she can't get her meat hooks into Clayton Eckerd, but she sure wants to keep trying to dig into him. She wants her little succubus claws to, I'm never going to let go of Clayton Eckerd until I suck his lifeblood. And he turns into dust.
The only way that she's going to have $450,000 in her account, or any account that she controls or owns, is because she thinks that's going to come from him.
She hopes. And I want to I can't find this because other people have it. I don't have a copy of it. I don't have the video of David Gingras and Laura Owens in one of their YouTube anti-JFC things where David Gingras says, I don't want you to pay Clayton Eckerd a dime. And then there's a back and forth. Well, I don't have any money. Well, you could file bankruptcy, but you're not gonna. And here we are. So I'm suspicious that some of this is David's doing. Personally, it's my personal opinion that he gave them some ideas on, well, if you want to try and avoid it, just file for bankruptcy. I don't know that. That's speculation on my part.
It does kind of have the stench of dipshittery.
Yes, and let me also point out, because we can't see a screen or a Zoom call or anything, David Gingras is in attendance in this hearing. He doesn't say anything. He does not make an appearance. He is not verbally stated as representing her. However, he is present and he is listening at this moment. So that's important to know that, because what happens next, I think he's still involved. He may not necessarily be making formal appearances, which I think is also walking a legal fine line. But again, that's also my opinion as a layperson who does not practice in law. But he starts making some legal positionings with the bankruptcies and with the judgment debtor situation.
He's a member of, again, layperson thing, but he is a member of the public, and like anybody could theoretically just, dial in and listen to this, because that's the whole to do, is that's how this works.
Yeah.
But, as long as he's not, because he's not functioning as her lawyer.
Well, he is in a minute.
Oh, dear.
Hang on.
Oh, God.
Like I said, this gets worse.
Jesus Christ.
I hope you have a good supply.
Do I have enough bitch beer for this?
Well, that's why I'm trying to get through this quickly. So
okay, let's go.
So I don't have to call a wellness check in an hour.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay. Returning to the audio file.
Money that was an investor's money. He was going to provide the down payment for the houses I was looking at with him. He spoke to that investor, and he knows that.
Now, I want to also point out that in her documents, in her filings with Owens v. Eckerd, the paternity case, she claimed and said so as testimony that she made $200,000. It was not unequivocal. She started to qualify that under cross-examination. She also submitted to the court that she had in a money market account that was, and I quote, her money, $400,000 to buy a house. That's in print. Megan Fox had it, and I could bring that up in 5 seconds, but I won't. I'm going to spare us the time. She submitted these things. So she's perjured herself on one side of the fence or the other. I smell federal charges coming. Are they here?
More?
Nope. They're not from Bruce's book. I smell federal charges coming. I smell it. And I told people there's a route that there could be some federal charges. We'll see. I don't know for sure, but I think there's an avenue she could receive federal charges. Wouldn't that be something?
More felonies? What?
More felonies, but federal crimes? Oh my God.
No.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Where's that money now?
It didn't belong to me. It was an investor's account.
It's not, I don't know. It was someone else's money. It didn't belong to me. It was
somebody else's.
I think we're trying to dance around that. We know we've committed other perjurious comments or perhaps even fraud, maybe.
Investors.
Because if she misrepresented herself as an investor to Clayton, that is fraud. And I believe she did. You don't say, I make this kind of money. And then you don't say, I have almost $500,000 in a money market account that's mine, which I'm going to use to purchase a house as an investment property. Can you find us something, Clayton? That's misrepresentation of your assets. I believe that to be fraud. It's certainly a fraudulent representation of your assets and what you're using to invest. There's been no testimony that I'm aware of that Clayton knew that this piece of paper was, Clayton knew this was someone else's money. And who? Is this some key backer dude? Is this the only one and only supporter from Laura Owens' business that she didn't get off the ground called Key Backer that she CEO'd with her sister? Is that what this is?
Maybe it was backed by F My Loan.
Oh, stop that. Stop that. Let's not have that world collide. Oh, my God. I doubt it.
But
although he is in Arizona.
Yes, I mean, it is entirely
Tempe
possible.
and Scottsdale are not far apart.
Yeah. They're just right down the street.
Do you know how amazing that would be? Oh, my God.
Wouldn't it? That would be
I think I would piss myself. That would be chef's kiss. That would be chef's kiss if that fraud got involved with this fraud. Although I think she would have to want to become Mormon to have made that. I don't know.
I mean, maybe, but she'd also have to learn how to shit in the shower. So
you had to bring that up.
I did.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going back to this. I don't want to even talk about that one. That one still grosses me out.
That's my way of getting you back on track. Okay. That's what this is.
An investor who was going to provide me the down payment. I have no idea what the guy has done with the money.
When you represented that the money in that account belonged to you, were you not telling the truth?
I did not represent that money belonged to me.
Yes, she did. And it's in print. And we have the documents. Busted!
We have the receipts, bitch.
What is Liz Max Investments LLC?
It's my mom's LLC.
Do you currently...
The one she was also listed in her LinkedIn as being CEO of and co-founder. I have her LinkedIn stuff. I actually have a capture from last night because Megan Fox was talking about this and brought it up. Laura Owens claimed to be CEO of Quartet Farms and of Keybacker and of this and of Liz Max. And some of it was done with Mommy. But Laura claimed to be CEO of everything. She's like CEO bitch of the world. And now all of a sudden, no, this was Mom's. Are we throwing Mom under the bus? That'd be funny. Since I think Mom is the accomplice, it would be funny to see Mom get thrown under the bus.
Kind of would.
No honor among thieves, right?
No, of course not.
No.
I have an interest in that LLC?
I do not.
A very clear answer, I do not. She changes later.
Have you had an interest in that LLC in the past?
I started that LLC with my mother. We purchased one home together through Liz Max LLC, and that money was only provided by my mother. The down payment was provided by her own personal funds.
So,
more personal funds. Personally funded by Mom. Interesting.
At one point in time, you did have an interest in that LLC?
I was listed on the LLC.
I was only listed, even though I called myself the CEO of Liz Max before my mom transferred it to her, or before I transferred it to my mom. As soon as she had criminal charges coming up and judgments weighed against her, assets started moving, as did CEO ownerships. We saw it. Tiff covered it. Megan Fox covered it. Others have covered it. I think I covered it to a certain extent. We saw things being shifted around. We saw it. Don't tell me there isn't fraud happening.
Never paid out of that LLC.
But you did have an interest, correct?
I don't even understand legal.
Now we don't. Oh, let me let her finish.
Really what it would mean to have an interest since I never made money from it.
I don't even know what having an interest means since I didn't make money from it.
Precious snowflake. That is not how this works.
So, so we know what having an interest is when it suits us, but when it could cause problems, I don't even know what that means legally. I didn't get money from it, and I didn't put money into it. What does having an interest mean? But yet we're claiming to be the CEO of so many things. Come on, please, bitch, please.
And never provided money into the account. I mean, anyone can start an LLC in the state. That doesn't mean they're making money from it.
All I'm asking is if you had an interest.
She seems to think this whole thing is about whether or not she got money from things.
That's not how that works, girl. Okay, girl?
She's going to make me grayer than I already am.
Lord.
I truly, as a non-lawyer, do not understand what it would mean to have an interest in the LLC if I'm not making any money from it or providing money. There's nothing financially to do with anything.
Okay. Do you recall when you transferred your interest in LizMax?
Again, like I said, I think it was March of 24. There was an issue with the paperwork that it didn't get recorded until 24 that my name was taken, or until July, I believe, of 24 that my name was taken off of it, but the paper was filed with the county like in March of 24, and they would be able to state that I submitted it incorrectly.
All right. You also listed an interest in your petition in a company called Keybacker Incorporated. What is that?
Keybacker was an idea for a company that I had that never got off the ground.
Do you have a current interest in that company?
No, I mean, it doesn't operate. I don't believe it's current or has been.
You also listed one called Stylet LLC. I may not be pronouncing that correctly.
That's another one that never got off the ground.
Do you have a current interest in Stylet?
Again, I don't think that's current either.
Okay. The last one you listed is called Quartet Farms LLC. What is that?
That's a business that my mom started herself in December of 2014.
Let's be sure to qualify that. Yeah. I'm Laura Owens. I have CEO plastered all over my LinkedIn, but I didn't start anything. My mother did.
Yeah.
Bitch, please. Again.
For horses.
Do you currently have an interest in Quartet Farms?
I do not.
Oh, does she know what that means now?
So now she knows what it means.
We know?
Suddenly.
Isn't that convenient?
Oh, it's convenient.
She's only doing what's convenient to her. As only the Succubus of Scottsdale could. You know, and that just reminds me. I am working on a Succubits song because I think we're going to have more Succubits.
Certainly.
Yeah. Succubits will probably replace Ginger Bites. I think that's what's going to happen.
That's a bold statement.
Lest I get ahead of myself. Well, you know, the alcoholic bastard, may he be in rehab, I hope, for his benefit.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me for a second, and I was about to tell you to go fuck yourself.
No, I'm talking about
the fucking douche canoe.
Oh, the dipshit. The dipshit. Okay, got it.
The douche canoe, we're still waiting for body cam footage of getting, handcuffed for DUI.
I want to see that video.
It'll happen eventually. We'll probably get it sometime in July when all the other shit's going down in Arizona, if I had a hunch. Just the way these things ebb and flow.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, I've forgotten now. Oh, damn it.
You're welcome.
This is terrible. Oh, gosh, senior moment. Well, let's just play more. Maybe I'll remember.
Does Quartet Farms have any valuable assets?
Quartet Farms has if you want to consider it valuable, a 20-year-old show horse and 7 horses who are in their late 20s. It's an LLC of horses that were never paid for by me ever in my life, and nothing would be able to be tracked to me because nothing was paid for by me.
Oh, so we're immediately on the defensive.
What?
We're immediately on the defensive.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh,
One show horse
it gets worse.
That's 20 years old Oh, and then 7 other horses, 7 additional
But those
horses
aren't
that are
assets.
also
They're too
20.
old to
They're
be
not. Oh,
assets.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
There's no money in them. We just have
Mm.
them. They're just
just there.
around. They're in
Okay.
retirement. They're like pets. But
Oh,
they aren't
okay.
worth anything. Because, if we say they are, then you're going to take away from us. We don't want you to take things away. We want you to take things away from Clayton Eckert and give them to us, the Owens
Take them
bitches.
from CE and not from us. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh, Chad is just being overly smart tonight. I can't pay attention to you very much, Chat, because it's over my head already. Petitioner to provide aid collectively, her mother collectively. Yes, that's what she said that. She testified to that she makes $200,000, and then she started to qualify that. But it's with my mom. It's all part of Owens v. Eckert. We may re-hit on some of those things too.
I make $200,000 a year for my mom. Okay, yeah.
But I don't ever get paid from that. I get other pecuniary advantages that I don't
I
want
have
to
no
talk about because
I don't have any
them.
interest. I don't have any interest in it because I haven't been paid. Okay.
Yeah,
whatever.
she's like the dependent that
dumb
will never
bitch.
grow
Fucking
up.
dumb bitch.
Know what you guys are getting at. I have literally 0 assets.
Here we go. I love it. Literally 0.
Literally
0 assets. Whenever someone says it that way, it's like, could we be hiding something? And as someone in chat said, has maybe the sister quietly received some money they're trying to shove under a mattress somewhere? We don't know. We don't know yet, I should say. Not impossible. I mean, someone has been visiting sister regularly. There's images in someone's new Medium blog having visited nephews, offspring of Sister Sarah. So we know she's
maybe
going there.
Maybe it's hidden in yet another LLC that she has no interest in. That like
sure.
all of the and the GoFundMe is over there. It's like I have no interest in the GoFundMe. Like
there's enough lawyers involved now, and we'll get to them momentarily, that I think the shell game will get unshelled. If there is stuff being hidden, and we're not just committing financial fraud and running ourselves into enormous debt to keep up with the Joneses, keep up appearances, we'll find out. I think they're going to get to the bottom of this because I think the appearance by Marcus Reisinger, for and in behalf of Clayton Eckert, has raised some eyebrows in the bankruptcy courts.
Good.
We shall see. There are lawyers getting hired by lawyers now. It's getting serious.
I'm just asking some questions so I can understand your estate. Do you?
I don't have one. As you know, this case is demonstrating my ability to make any income. I have none, and
I don't make any money. You're attacking me. Oh, I've told you I have no money. Clayton's not going to get a dime from me because David Gingras said I shouldn't ever pay him.
I truly believe you guys are trying to embarrass me by trying to make that point.
You're trying to embarrass me. No, bitch. You embarrass yourself.
Yeah, this is your design, bitch.
You brought this matter to the court. You decided to file for bankruptcy rather than find a way to get off your ass and get a real paying job if you, in fact, do not make any money, to repay your debt. Oh, yeah, sure, it's going to suck. You're going to have your wages garnished, probably. But you have a judgment against you in a court of law that you could not get appealed. You owe Clayton nearly $200,000. And you're going to end up, I believe, owing Mike Maricini a shit ton of money once all that gets sorted out in San Francisco.
I mean, if
this hole is going to get bigger, and you may as well get your backhoe and find some high-paying job to start filling in this hole you've dug, you stupid bitch.
If Clayton Eckert's lawyer is SMRT smart, kind of like I'm SMRT smart, I would probably be like trying to increase that $200,000 number to something gargantuanly bigger. But, you know.
I wonder if they can file for fees and costs for showing up at bankruptcy hearings.
I sure hope so, because this is insane.
The firm is showing up to represent Clayton's interests in bankruptcy.
Yes.
So I think that meter is still running.
I would certainly hope so. It should.
Oh my God. And the other piece. The other piece that is really interesting is whenever she's on the ropes and she's about to get found out, she engages the crocodile tears, and I'm just breaking down. You're attacking me.
Yep.
You're trying
Oh
to
my God,
embarrass me.
again.
This is a personal attack. No.
Yep.
We know she's cornered when she starts, working the crocodile emotions. So she's not being honest, and she's hiding. She's hiding something. I'm certain of it.
Again, I'm not trying to embarrass you. All I'm doing is asking questions to understand your bankruptcy estate. Do you...
Oh, I saw this pop up from Bruce. Sell the goddamn pile of clothes that we saw in the body cam footage. That looked like 200 pounds of clothes. Start selling that. Surely you don't wear all that.
Oh, they're all worthless and no value because I bought them, or mommy bought them, or somebody else.
Yeah, mom
Gets,
probably
or
buys everything on her Macy's card for her too.
Just trying to that they're now in the bankruptcy, proceedings for the Macy's card.
Kimbo, imagine the puddle she would have left if Omar or Rachel had gotten her on the stand. I have dreams about that on occasion, and I just go, oh. The footage that would have been glorious. Watching her turn into a puddle of mess with Rachel coming at her, laying it all out. I have fantasies about it. I won't lie.
Kind of getting me a little excited in the nether regions,
Ooh, oh my!
Not really, but it's mostly about Omar's boxer briefs. But
Okay, stop. Let's not objectify Omar too much. I like the guy. Leave him alone.
You can do what
married.
you want. I will do what I want, and you may do what you want. Echoes.
Fine. If he makes snarky comments in your direction, it's your fault.
That's fine. I don't care. Bring it. Let's
let's
get in the same room.
and
Let's find a medium. Finish your video.
Find a happy medium. Yes, I know.
Okay. Yeah.
currently own any horses?
No, I don't.
Have you listed or sold any horses in the past 2 years?
No, I have not.
Have you competed with any horses in the past 2 years?
Yes, I have.
Have you sold any equipment or supplies for horses or for equine sports in the last 2 years?
That are owned by my family.
And now we qualify the answer.
LLC. Yes, I've never paid for anything.
Okay, so you listed and sold the property for the LLC?
There was a 15-year-old saddle. I don't know if that's what you're trying to get at, but
Well, I don't know what I'm trying to get at because I don't know what you've sold. That's why I'm asking you the question. Have you sold?
That's what I sold. That's all I've sold of any value.
In the summer of 2024, you were removed as a member of Quartet Farms LLC. Do you recall why?
It was an issue. I think are you talking about with the United States Equestrian Federation?
I'm talking about Quartet Farms LLC.
With the United States Equestrian Federation?
Articles of organization were amended and you were removed as a member.
Oh, well, we didn't know I was ever listed as a member, or I didn't know. My mom had, at some point, I believe, put me on there, since I was providing expertise in terms of horses, but again, it wasn't like I've been getting paid. I've never been paid a cent out of it.
So, last question, your testimony is that you have not had any income in the past 2 years?
No, I have not.
And you understand that you're under oath?
Tell me where the money is then. I haven't made any money.
The only reason I'm asking is because you did testify numerous occasions in 2024 that you had income at that time, is that correct?
That I had businesses with my mom.
And that was less than 2 years ago, correct?
That I had businesses with my mom. My expenses have been paid for living by my parents. That's what I've gotten in exchange.
All right, Mr. Haley, I think that's about as far as we need to go today. We may notice at the 2004 examination.
Okay, thank you. I think the answer to this is no, but I'm going to just ask again. Are there any other parties who want to examine anyone in this case? No parties appearing. I need Ms. Owens. I need to get some information from you. So please follow up with that email, and I will reply with a PDF copy of the letter that I sent you earlier. But we're gonna redo this and continue it to February 9th, 2025, and that'll be at 1 p.m. So, okay. Ms. Owens, I don't think. Hopefully, you wrote that down. I don't think another notice is going to go out. It will be.
February 9th at you said 1 p.m.
1 p.m. and you'll connect the same way that you did this time. So it will be on your docket, but I don't know that another notice is going to go out. So February 9th, 2025, or 20. Did I say 2025? That's obviously not right. February 9th, 2026 at 1 p.m. All right. You are free to go, ma'am. Thank you, and thank everybody for their time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, there's that.
Wow.
There's that. I was going to play the Law Talk with Mike one, but I grabbed the wrong tab. It's okay. If you want to hear Law Talk with Mike and his very on-brand level of snarkiness and making comments about the mess of an examination this was for Laura Owens, go check out Law Talk with Mike. He pops in on this subject from time to time as people hound him about it, because this is where a lot started for many people. He was one of the first to discuss this. And Dave Neal, the incredible Dave Neal, made his first appearances here on Law Talk with Mike, and this is where I started catching wind of this insanity. Tonsil Twins, or what was the name of it? Who's Your Daddy was the name of the first videos Mike made about 2 years ago, where this case first hit.
I'm your daddy. It's right here in my title.
You're the daddy. Now let's talk about what happens next. Laura didn't receive some things, or actually Laura didn't give the court some things that she was supposed to. And she claimed that she didn't get the email. So there's already some problems there. And the problems continue to increase with Laura. And here we go. Here's what happens next, folks, with Laura Owens. And this is a supplemental disclosure of counsel for the trustee. That's the guy working for the bankruptcy court. It's not for Laura Owens. Lawyers hiring lawyers for bankruptcies involving the Owens. This is where it gets serious, folks. And again, Big Tiff Dog on Big Tiff's channel has talked about this more in depth. Go visit Big Tiff for more than the high level I'm going to cover tonight. So when we talk about of counsel, this is a special classification. So think of it as a legal consultant of sorts. It may or may not be someone affiliated with a law firm, but the term of counsel refers, and I'm getting this just off of a search, refers to a lawyer who is affiliated with a law firm, but is not classified as a partner or associate. This designation typically indicates a close ongoing relationship with the firm, allowing the attorney to leverage the firm's resources while providing specialized expertise or advisory services. So what happens now is we start getting the appearance of counsel in the bankruptcy hearings, both first for Laura and then the same of counsel for mom and dad and their Chapter 13. So now the proctology exam is getting a larger lens put upon it. So here's that document. And I'm sorry again, chat, I can't make this bigger. It's again off the Twitters. This is from Clayton's Justice on Twitter, X. And this is in the bankruptcy court for the District of Arizona in regards to Laura Owens, debtor. And this is a supplemental disclosure of counsel, there's that phrase, for the trustee. And it's pursuant to 11 U.S.C. etc. and Bankruptcy Rule 2014. Notice is provided hereby that Terry A. Dake Limited, TAD or TAD. Tiff got really excited with this particular filing. She got really excited last night. TAD has an of counsel agreement with NRHS. That's the counsel who the trustee has hired to join them in investigating further what's going on here. TAD will provide services, in this case, as of counsel to NRHS pursuant to that agreement. TAD will be compensated by NRHS for the services provided by TAD from the compensation allowed to NRHS pursuant to fee applications filed by NRHS. In this case, it's such verbosity, such very thorough language as only lawyers can do.
Language lawyer soup.
The services provided by TAD will be accounted for on billing statements rendered by TAD and will be included in the fee applications filed by NRHS. No separate fee application of TAD will be filed in this case. The trustee has been advised of and has consented to my involvement as of counsel in this case. So not only do we have the NRHS firm getting involved in the Laura Owens bankruptcy, we have TAD as of counsel assisting NRHS in the bankruptcy. And I hate to, sort of spill the tea, but this is what it means.
Do you, though? I think you enjoy spilling a little tea from time to time.
It's getting more serious. It's getting dangerously serious. And of course, it's signed, dated January 14, NRHS, by Terry A. Dake, TAD Limited.
TAD.
Well, go with it, right? If it's your initials, it works.
Yeah, mine aren't that
lawyers
interesting. So
involving
whatever.
more lawyers for Laura Owens bankruptcy. It's not going to get better for her. It's just not. I'll take $1,500 worth of cleaning supplies. I could buy a new vacuum for that. I could get one of them Dysons. One of them jet engines that cost 170% more than they should.
I mean, you could probably afford a Kirby at that point.
Marilyn Leo says, no snark here, Jeep Daddy, as Omar tilts my vajayjay too. Okay, I'll join in just a little bit because Dave Neal, as heterosexual as he is, and as happily married as he is to an amazing, brilliant, beautiful woman with just a charming toddler, Dave says Omar gives him a tilted boner. He said that several times on his podcasts and lives. And, Omar is kind of dreamy. I won't lie. He is.
I won't fight you for him per se. But,
I know he's not quite your flavor of blonde, but
I would not throw him out of bed for eating crackers.
No, definitely not. I'm sure his wife wouldn't either.
More
power to him.
We could come to an arrangement. I feel like that would, we could.
Tell me where I don't have any money. Tell me where the money is. That's an invitation from Laura Owens, I think. And I think she's going to get a wish. They are going to microscope her with an electron microscope in every orifice possible.
As well they should. But careful, they don't want to get her pregnant.
You had to say it. And that proctological exam may include Sister Sarah and brother-in-law Navarro. What's his name? Christian Navarro? Is that his first name? Whatever it is.
I just feel like there's going to be some risk of you put anything in any orifice with her,
names?
And she's going to claim that there's some pregnancy scam with that. So just, folks, watch your cameras and your oscilloscopes and
keep them in the autoclave where they belong.
Safe inserting. Okay.
Yes. Now, as you may recall, earlier I said David Gingras made an appearance at Laura Owens' bankruptcy.
Yes.
Let's talk about other appearances he's made. So we're going to pop over just briefly to the Queen of Humor and her co-star comic, Rosalind Duke and Just J. Hip, where David Gingras makes an appearance. And he makes some comments about his involvement in these cases, which I thought were noteworthy, given that he's popping up in filings. And I think he may be a co-contributing editor to justiceforlaura.com. I think you made a very salient point, my dear friend, that one particular article was very legalese. Very technical legalese.
It
was far less emotional, which is Laura's style. She's very emotive, very manipulation oriented in her emotional tactics. David Gingras is always kind of going for legal technicalities. I suspect they're in cahoots. I mean, they have been from the beginning, since he came in. This whole thing that we're publishing may be the two of them in cahoots. It only makes sense. They tried to do the YouTube thing together, the Gingras Law Office PLLC blog. Some of that had some of her crap on. I mean, they're in cahoots. At least that's my opinion.
Look, Echoes, I hate being right, but
so do I.
I both of us hate being right, but again, here we are, just kind of looking
revel
at
in
the
my
facts
self-righteousness.
and looking at all this, and it's just, Lord, it's so hard to be humble.
Oh, Bruce, that's a challenge. Yes, we can drool over Omar, just don't salsa dance with his wife. I am not a good dancer. I will confess that right away. At least, I've
Bruce,
never tried. It looks fascinating.
I'll let
salsa
you
looks like fun.
Have at it. I'm much better of a salsa musician and pianist.
I'd much rather eat salsa, I think would be my preference.
And I can absolutely shovel that into my gullet with reckless abandon. But Bruce, I will let you manage live salsa dancing with the wife, and I will distract Omar and get a close-up inspection of those.
I think your way into Omar's friendship is a good scotch, and a good cigar. I think that's his vice.
I have excellent scotch.
Yeah, he's got very specific taste in cigars too. So I think you
the cigar thing I can't match that, but he and I can have a mutual understanding around he brings the cigars, I bring the scotch. We're both in our boxer briefs, and we're going to be fine.
Oh, I'm sorry, Omar. I have no control over this guy.
You don't, and that's just how it is.
That's why you're here.
Okay, that's why I'm here. If Echoes really had an objection to this, he would change the live stream link, and yet here I am.
And here you are. I know.
And here I am. So.
Well, Omar may tease you, and just I'm not wearing any pants on this stream today, and these are for some other content creators. So just use your imagination.
I have hard pants on right now. Okay, just for the record,
as opposed to soft pants.
As opposed to soft pants, I actually have hard pants on, so we're good.
Okay. Well, keep your pants on, because now we've got a covered dingus making a visible appearance
Jesus
on Rosin
Christ.
Duke's channel.
Christ Almighty. Okay.
And he's dressed to the nines, and he makes some sort of sarcastic comments, and it's worth touching on just briefly. Why does this tab keep doing this to me?
Push the play button already. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's supposed to work on the stream deck.
Oh.
Hello, David. Oh, look.
Look, there he is.
What is happening?
I told you I needed a minute, so this is what I was doing, was just getting ready.
Oh, well, you didn't have to get all dressed up.
Apparently I did. So
that's amazing. Well, Jay would really like to plead his case on why he would like to be friends with you again.
And this is Jay just trying to suck up to David. But David does talk about some stuff about how he just wants to move on. But he's not moving on. And that's what I want to point out. But just Jay Hip is going to grovel at David's feet, as only Jay can.
Get on X.
It's 2026 almost, so it's a New Year thing. Let's hear it. I don't care. Let's have it from Jay.
Yeah, Jay.
Let me unmute him first.
We have to. I'll be honest with you, David. We might have had different of opinions at some times, but at the same time, I've always respected you and thought you fought your case valiantly, and you did the best.
Butt kisser.
Okay,
fought his case valiantly. Butt kisser.
No shade on Jay. Maybe.
No, I will throw shade at Jay.
Okay, fine. Shade on Jay. Is he drunk?
He always sounds like that.
Okay.
That's sort of his thing. And he's got sort of that thing.
Okay.
And he tries to be funny. It's not upspeak, it's downspeak. Is that the term where things just kind of, fall off? He does always sound sort of slightly inebriated, though.
Okay.
So the best you could with what you had.
The best you could with what you had. Yes, a woman who faked pregnancies and has perjured herself so many times, his client, with his help, has 14 felonies. And counting. I don't think we're done yet.
I'm going to say that. And quite frankly, I've never had a bad thing really to say about you other than maybe your client at the time. But at the same time, I tried
hang on.
respectful as I could, and I think that you did your best as a lawyer. And if you ever want,
He did his best as a lawyer. Please.
Yeah, laughable
Brown
at best.
noser. Jesus.
to represent me, yes, I did ask you to represent me in a case. You're more than welcome to.
Wonderful. Thanks for the shout out, Jay.
I love how nonplussed David is. I love it. And you can tell he's slightly annoyed because he's always kind of looking off to the side, which is a Davidism. Whenever he gets pissed off, he always looks out that way. Mannerisms, they amuse me.
I mean, all I can say is I'm moving on. I said this, and to the extent that I've been not quiet, which I've been trying to be pretty quiet, but
bullshit.
Law's like yesterday for me. I mean, I don't know what tomorrow's going to hold, but actually, I'm dressed up I've got a ball thing I'm going to here in a little bit.
He's a baller.
But
He's
yeah,
a
no, no, it's a family thing. But I am here in Tennessee.
He's in Tennessee at his sister's.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Oh, we're not going to get to see Aurora.
No cat
You're
pictures.
glitching. You're glitching.
He froze. We lost.
He might be near Tug.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. There you are.
Well, if there's a chance in the future and you ever want to do law for just JHIP, I am looking to maybe countersue legally liable lips, and I would be more than happy to
Legally
still have
liable
you as
lips.
my lawyer, as she did vexatiously.
Vexatiously.
Vexatiously. Excuse me, twice.
Christ almighty.
You sound like a fool when you get it wrong. It's make like a tree and leave. This is like a moment for Back to the Future. You sound like a damn fool.
Oh, God.
Twice and lost to me in court. But yes, we should go after her if you ever want to, because I did dominate her as a per se lawyer.
Well, Jay, let me just say this. I don't know anything about what your case is about, or what you need help with. But keep in mind, I may not be a lawyer that much longer. I mean, the bar guy has been totally silent. I haven't heard a peep from a month.
Such great quality.
Well, those bar guys can be completely terrible, so you can't trust a word they say. And I know you're frozen right now, David, but I'm going to say these people are terrible, terrible people, these bar people. So I don't trust a word they say. I'm on your side on this one.
Well, just so you know, Just J Hip is looking for a new co-host to replace award-winning star. So if that is something you're interested in tomorrow,
Please let me know. Please. I'm happy to give up my spot.
Anyway, well, Jay, you're welcome to reach out to me. I mean, I think you were trying to be my friend on X, which I'm not on X anymore. So that kind of limits my ability to be there for you, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I could see that.
Wow.
The chat is saying hello to you, David, welcoming you.
Megan Fox says Merry Christmas.
Yeah, the whole cast of characters. You know what's funny though? I feel like I've just let it all go. I'm not saying I've forgotten everything, and I'm never going to forget this case, but Megan Fox, Dave Neal, I don't want to really keep room for them in my brain. I don't need that.
Right. Well, let's just say this, David. If you ever want to be a co-host on my show or pop over on my show ever, send me a message anytime. I'll always have you on. Yes, I am friends with Megan Fox. I don't want you to hold that against me.
Yeah.
But you can always pop on and be my friend.
Do I need to? Yeah. Okay. I'll go right now.
Sorry.
I just got to finish one quick thing. I'm being paged. So I got activities I got to go deal with.
I'm so important. I need to go now. Bye. I got to run.
And he runs away. Now, so you heard him say, law is so yesterday, and he's putting this all behind him. Guess what's next, folks? He's not over this. It's not over yet. He is still involved. But I wanted to point that out. He was on with Rosalind, I think it was the 28th of December. So for what it's worth. Here we have from Gingras Law Office, David S. Gingras, who hasn't been disbarred just yet, but we keep hoping. Hope springs eternal. United States Bankruptcy Court, District of Arizona. He's not her attorney. He's not a bankruptcy attorney as far as I know. And as Laura said, she's unrepresented in her bankruptcy. But here we are filing things in Bankruptcy Court of Arizona. And it's the defendant debtor Laura Owens' request for judicial notice. There's other things. There's more. This is one of two documents. And it's in regards to Laura Owens, Laura Michelle Owens, a.k.a. Emily Laura Wilson, Laura Owens' defendant debtor. Pursuant to Federal Civil Fed R. Ev 201, we'll just read what it says. Debtor defendant Laura Owens respectfully asks the court to take notice of this court order attached here to as Exhibit A. This document is an order entered by the Maricopa County Superior Court on September 2, 2025, State versus Laura Michelle Owens. And this is in reference to her criminal case. Judicial notice of this document is proper because it is well settled. The court may properly take judicial notice. Blah, 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 blah. Let's skip a little bit. And this is requesting they take notice of her being indigent. So that's one thing. And it's dated today by David S. Gingras, Esquire. Oh.
It's douche canoe and pregnancy faker.
Yeah, they're back in the saddle again, so to speak, yet again. And he's not her bankruptcy attorney. He's not, but he's making filings. And that was just the first part. Here's part the second. Again from David S. Gingras, Gingras Law Office. A motion to dismiss Laura Owens' debt to Clayton Eckert. Oops, share this tab instead. There we go. Gotta hit the right buttons. And this is pursuant to a bunch of federal banking stuff. Laura Owens moves for an order dismissing the plaintiff judgment creditor Clayton Eckert, second cause of action in this adversary proceeding, which alleges Ms. Owens' debts are ineligible for discharge pursuant to 11 U.S.C. As explained below, Mr. Eckert's second cause of action sounds in fraud, and it accuses Ms. Owens of fraud. David, she's charged with 14 felonies. Most of those are fraud, or of some fraud type, including perjury. As such, the claim is not subject to the lenient and differential pleading standards of Bankruptcy Rule 7008 and FedR Civ P8. Instead, the claim is subject to the heightened particularity requirements of Bankruptcy Rule 7009, which incorporates FedR Civ P9B. Mr. Eckert's bare-bones fraud allegations do not meet the demanding requirements of Rule 9b. Accordingly, the second cause of action must be dismissed. Background: on December 8, 2025, Ms. Owens filed a voluntary pro se petition in this matter, seeking relief under Chapter 7 of the Bankruptcy Code. Her petition claims she has no current income and no non-exempt assets of any significance. In addition to substantial unsecured debts, Ms. Owens' petition identified a primary secured debt, a judgment lien held by Mr. Eckert in the amount of nearly $200,000. This sum represents attorney fees and costs awarded to Mr. Eckert in a previous family law proceeding and related appeal. On January 9, 2026, Mr. Eckert commenced this adversary proceeding with the complaint that contains two distinct claims. The first claim asserts the pre-petition debt of nearly $200K in attorney's fees is non-dischargeable pursuant to 11 U.S.C., etc., because it represents willful and malicious harm caused by Ms. Owens to Mr. Eckert's, which is true. It was, and a court of law found such. And David, you failed to appeal that twice. And his arguments on appeal were not based in law or fact. I forgot to add that part. Although the first claim is groundless for other reasons, it is not part of this motion and will be addressed later in this proceeding. Mr. Eckert's second claim is bare bones pro forma allegation that some part of Ms. Owens' debts are ineligible for discharge pursuant to 11 U.S.C., etc., because upon information, Owens has knowingly and fraudulently presented false claims in this case to hinder the ability of creditors to ascertain her financial condition. As explained below, Mr. Eckert's second cause of action accuses Ms. Owens of fraud. Accordingly, the claim is not subject to the far lower pleading standards of bankruptcy rule, etc. Instead, the claim is the required... Wait. That doesn't work. Grammar check, David. Instead, the claim is required to meet the much stricter requirements of Fed Arsiv blah, blah, blah. There's no serious question. Mr. Eckerd's unadorned, threadbare references, now we're making some digs, to some parts of the elements of a claim under 11 U.S.C. are insufficient to satisfy Rule 9b as a matter of law. Accordingly, that claim should be dismissed. And the footnote here is, for the court's information, concurrently with the present motion, undersigned counsel has filed a disclosure form required blah, 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 explaining he is representing Miss Owens in this matter pro bono.
Oh,
so we have not made an
generous.
appearance, but now we are appearing pro bono.
Wow.
I think they need to make some motions and maybe make some pleadings.
I feel like
go ahead.
I was remarking at the top of this document of how many aliases that LO has on her own. And it's like, how is that not alone just some kind of attempted
Intent to
or
deceive?
like intent to deceive or fraud-ish, things like uneducated, not law opinion. But like, I'd take one look at that and be like, bitch, you're trying to fucking like pull the wool over everyone's eyes. How many different fucking like aliases do you need? Oh, Laura Owens. Oh, AKA Emily, Laura. It's just, bitch, go home.
Now I'm going to answer some questions, or at least as best as I can. Again, I don't practice in law or even financial worlds other than what business requires me to do so with doing work stuff.
Well, yeah.
Batty McBatface asks, so has he filed an appearance? The answer is not that I've seen. So I think the answer currently is no. Now, Bruce also asks, DSG is still a lawyer for the paternity case. He does not need to appear there. Are these new documents from the paternity case docket or the bankruptcy docket? This, dear Bruce, Sir Moose, is from the bankruptcy docket. So just as David has tried to wiggle into the Mike Maricini thing, here he is trying to wiggle into the bankruptcy proceedings. At least that's my opinion and interpretation of what's going on so far.
It would certainly appear that way.
It would certainly appear that way. Where did I leave off? Let's see. I read the footnote there. Part 2.
You keep up with that and enjoy my background. I will be right back.
All right. Well, you enjoy. Have fun storming the toilet. Page 2.
Just don't. Don't.
I'm going to mute you. Discussion. The court is familiar with the well-worn standards for dismissal under bank or blah, blah, blah. Accordingly, this motion will get straight to the point. Well, that would be a first for David. Claims accusing a debtor of engaging in fraudulent conduct is a violation of UFC, sound and fraud. Not if that is being claimed by the state of Arizona, in my opinion. That is what she is charged with. She is charged with fraud, 14 felonies in count. Perhaps more before this is over. For that reason, such claims are not subject to the lenient notice pleading standards of Rule 8. Instead, allegations of fraud are subject to the heightened pleading requirements of Rule 9b. I think there's reasons for that. Again, I don't practice in this, so I'm making some assumptions. And I could be wrong. I did see that MG Law made some back and forth that this could be something David might actually win for a change. There may be some things that Eckerd needs to either revise or refile. So I don't know how all this works. This is getting to the level of it's too much for me to process. So I'm going to leave it to the lawyers to explain some of these things. So go visit MG Law. He may actually be talking about this right now on a live stream for all I know, because he likes to do late night stuff. But I'm curious. I'm curious what MG sees as an avenue for David to win something. So, but it didn't get explained that I could understand in all of the Twitter X back and forth that was happening regarding these documents earlier today. There's a whole thing talking about the requirements. I'm going to skip along because I'm bored with all this. David just is so verbose. We've got a bunch of case law, blah, blah, blah. The high standards of Rule 9b are not superfluous. They exist for very good reason. Allegations of fraud must be pled with particularity under Rule 9b. So maybe that they're not specific in specifying what the fraud is that Laura is being accused of being, committing in regards to financial stuff. I'm not entirely sure. I really just don't know. This is over my pay grade. I'm going to skip ahead a little more. Here, Mr. Eckert accuses Miss Owens of violating 11 U.S.C. in various ways, and his second cause of action contains inflammatory and derogatory allegations. They're making fun of me. You're just trying to embarrass me. But the claim is supported by nothing more than the superficial recital of some elements of the statute, devoid of any well-pleaded factual support. It therefore violates Rule 9b. We'll see. For instance, paragraph 38 of the claim alleges upon information within 1 year before the date of filing of the petition, Owens transferred, removed, destroyed, mutilated, or concealed, or has permitted any of these acts, certain property of the debtor, with the intent to hinder, delay. Could we not consider transferring LLCs to Mommy Dearest as some of those things? Can we not consider other things she has done to hide assets? We claim not to make any money. But yet she didn't properly file all of her stuff. It starts to make me ask even more questions, because the trustee for Laura Owens in her bankruptcy made a very clear point earlier on that she has not met her obligations of everything she needed to file and the clarity which needed to be contained therein. Just as Mommy Dearest didn't meet all of her obligations for Mommy and Daddy. So, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? Oh, let's see. Inflammatory allegation contains literally no factual support of any kind. It represents nothing more than a hollow repetition of statutory text. It does not offer any well-pleaded facts explaining what Miss Owens did to transfer, remove, or otherwise conceal information or property, nor is there any explanation to show how that conduct affected Mr. Eckert's ability to recover in any way. Despite the fact that there was a video months and months ago of David and Laura saying, I hope you never pay Clayton Eckert a dime. I don't have any money. Well, you could file bankruptcy. Well, I have no money. I need to get that video. I need to get that. If I'm going to talk about this bankruptcy stuff and it's going to involve David Gingras, I need to get that video. So chat, anybody out there, if you could send me a link to the archive of David and Laura talking about not paying Clayton any money and that she could file for bankruptcy. And then David says, well, but you're not going to. But there's no money. So that whole back and forth. If anyone has a link to that, please do please share that with me, because I need to get that in my archives. I'm going to skip more of this because we've got more to cover tonight. Blah, blah, blah. This is just David saying, well, they haven't said enough about what she did to call it fraud. And he goes on and on and on and on and on. And let's see, what is this? This is the, and this is, he goes to talk about the indigency. So there's that. These documents are all available on victimsoflauraowens.com. I'm going to skip ahead because I'm already over it. Let's just read the conclusion. For the reasons stated above, the court should dismiss Mr. Eckert's second cause of action without prejudice. If leave to replead is sought, the court should admonish Mr. Eckert and his counsel that all pleadings filed in this matter must comply with, among other things, blah, 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 and that any violation of those rules may lead to imposed sanctions or other relief. So this is David Gingras, also trying to take shots at Greg Woodnick. David still isn't over it, despite what he said in appearing on Rosalind Duke. Clearly, he's not over it. He can't keep his dirty nuts out of it.
What? No.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
Yep.
Oh, let's see. I shouldn't have clicked that button. I clicked the wrong button. Again, as I want to do. So let's see what's next.
Clicking is hard.
It is. Let's see. Add this. I'm just going to bring this to everybody's attention. I'm not going to read it tonight because it bores me. This is the latest entry on justiceforlaura.com. At least Laura venture, if not co-venture with David S. Gingras, the douche canoe.
The fucking douche canoe.
And really, it's a whole article. Laura whining about, oh, it's JFC's fault. The contractor she sued was just a bad contractor. And we've got lots of uncited quotations. No facts, no place to follow these quotations. No sources. But we're going to claim, well, he just had he's a bad contractor. So he had it coming, and JFC's characterization of it is all wrong. We didn't do it to him. He did it to himself. That's the gist of this thing. Please don't give justice for Laura traffic. Please don't. Please. Just as I'm going to say, don't give Laura's new Medium blogs traffic, please. That's why we cover this. We cover it so you don't have to, and you don't have to give her your IP address.
Oh, just use Tor. You'll be fine.
But we don't want her to have the clicks. We don't want it to increase her SEO either.
Well, of course not.
As I'm trying not to have a coughing fit over here.
Well, I mean, if you're as curious as I am, and you are okay with giving a click, look at it in Tor. Don't give out your real IP.
Yeah, be careful. Be safe, be smart, be all those things. So now let's get to the coup de grace for this evening. And this is what we'll conclude with. Again, this comes with trigger warnings, body image, eating disorders, manipulative bitch from the Succubus of Scottsdale. So there's all of your prefatory warnings. You have been warned. I have edited out a number of images and video from this because they're just gross. She's gross. And I'm not talking about that in terms of her physique. She is using imagery of her nephews in manipulative ways. She made videos in a white polka dot black bikini showing how thin she is, wearing large clothes. And the crux of this, and I'm going to read it in pretty much all of its entirety. Other people have just picked and chosen for their own reasons. I'm going to read most of this because I think all of the totality of the context is important. The level of manipulation this bitch will stoop to just continues to impress me. It's a case study in itself. And I will just give you the summary that she is blaming the entire world, mostly people talking about her, for all of her problems. It's our fault that she's got an eating disorder she's had since she was a teenager, according to Megan Fox. Oh, did I close that one?
Everybody else's fault. Everybody else's fault, but hers certainly. Obviously.
Yes, everything's everybody else's fault. And you know what? I think maybe I should start with Megan's before I read this. I'm going to start with a little clip from Megan and Tug from yesterday, I think it was. So let me share this. Let me hit that button. Let's hit this button. I want combination buttons. She talks a little bit about this article. Last night, Lauren Knighty also did on Court of Random Opinion, or was it earlier today? Oh, God, whenever it was. Lauren has talked about this a little bit too. Lauren was a little more selective in her reading. I'm going to be a little bit more thorough. Not because I think it's good, but because I think it's important to cover every nasty little accusation this evil bitch throws out there and how she shifts blame to absolutely everybody but herself. She needs to get her ass into a hospital if she's got such serious health issues and such serious eating disorders that she's on death's doorstep. You need to take some accountability and act like a fucking adult. If you've got major health problems, get your ass to ER and get it treated, for fuck's sake. It is not our problem. It is not our cause. We did not create this problem. You did. You get to go and fix it, or you get to suffer the consequences. And since you know you're legally an adult, unfortunately, at the age of 35 going on 36, mom and daddy can't make you do anything. They sure as hell should. If I were her parent, her ass would be in rehab and then some, and probably chained to a boarding school bed or something. I don't know. Somewhere where she's got to learn how to grow up and be an adult and be a decent human being, rather than accuse the entire world for all of her problems she creates. This is where entitled Queen Bitch of, Scottsdale just pisses me off. I'm mommy's precious little princess. I never do anything wrong. It's everyone else. The whole world is wrong but me. I can't stand it. Okay, so let's listen to what Meg and Tug say about this little snippet from the Medium article. Fresh off medium.com. Dated right around Christmas, as a matter of fact. It has just recently been discovered. So again, Laura Owens is again publishing legitimate Medium blog articles. And we will cover that in just a moment after the recap and highlights from Megan and Tug.
Yeah, whatchamacallit, the bankruptcy. But she's she is just like Lips when it comes to her false accusations and the manipulation techniques that she tries to make. I'm not going to pull these up on the screen because I don't have them ready to go. But I'm going to read to you just a paragraph from Laura Owens' latest Medium article. And I want you to compare it to what you know about Leslie Federigos and how she behaves. So Laura wrote, but there is another ending to this story, one they do not account for. If the pressure, and this article, by the way, is all about how she has an eating disorder and how that's all our fault. If the pressure they have helped sustain continues, if the eating disorder I am now fighting overtakes me, then there is no version of that documentary that looks like a victory. A film that set out to celebrate accountability would instead have to reckon with the reality that sustained cruelty, public fixation, and relentless exposure did not produce justice at all. They produced a death.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and then she went on to say, for the content creators who profited from this, it would be years spent litigating whether their sustained knowing and monetized conduct constitutes intentional infliction of emotional distress. So
bring it, bitch.
What?
I dare you in post-mortem, bring it. Try and sue me in your death. Good luck. Now, that's not saying we want Laura Owens to die. We want Laura Owens to get help. We want her ass in a hospital, and she needs to be working with some impressive, talented psychiatrists and psychotherapists and behavioral specialists and a whole fleet of doctors. You know, rather than having gone through a false paternity action for faking a pregnancy, that $200,000 would have been better spent on her getting fixed. She should have just let it go. She shouldn't have even filed it. Let me phrase it that way. She wanted for it to be let go. She begged and threatened and pleaded Clayton with collateral litigation for $1 million to drop it so that she could wiggle out of it. She didn't have to file it in the first place. She knew she wasn't pregnant. Anyhow, I digress. That's my first official digression. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
she had to put a little threat in there of her apparently post-mortem litigiousness. I don't know who is going to be suing us for years because her parents are in bankruptcy and have no money, and she is in bankruptcy and allegedly has no money.
There are a lot of people, though, that like to do those kind of things, don't they? They like to say, I'm coming for you, I'm coming for you, you know, all the time.
Yeah, and by the way, Laura Owens has threatened to harm herself as a result of public scrutiny for many years now. She did it to her victims, too. She threatened to harm herself through to Mike Maricini if he wouldn't continue dating her. She threatened the same thing with Clayton Echard and with Greg Gillespie. She uses that threat of self-harm as a power tool to force people around her to acquiesce to what she wants. Now, we have all seen Leslie Federigos, and I have a video of her doing it.
And then she goes on to make connections with the What the Hales case and Legally Lips, Leslie Federigos. That's all we need from that. So I don't want to steal any more from Megan than I already have. Thank you, Megan. Go visit Megan Fox.
Super valid. Like it's a manipulation tactic.
Yes.
Particularly those that are like slightly or completely narcissistic. That to retain control over the narrative and to try and like make others feel guilty for your own faults, even if it like is you, like, yeah, that is like 101 narcissism type shit and manipulation and everything. It's kind of gross.
It is. And I'm just going to bring up a few chats just because there's some good comments and I just want to put them on the screen since I forgot to toggle the switch to have it continuously running at the bottom corner. Let's see. Oh, I'm so glad, AKA the cat lady, that you're doing better.
Yes.
I hope things are improving for you. Any time spent, doing health stuff for any amount of time is just grueling. So our thoughts and well wishes are certainly with you there.
100%.
Yep. And they are, and I'll be fair, same with Laura Owens. But Laura Owens refuses to get the proper help she needs.
Yes.
Because if she does, then she can't use it as a weapon, right? I mean, that's the whole reason. Which is why things like this, where she hits her 2000th class, is that what it is? At Barry's boot camp in Scottsdale. Smiles and all, but I mean, clearly this is not a healthy looking person who's just fit, right? We know that.
Yeah,
She's
at a glance,
80
it's
something
like,
pounds. But yet we're
especially
doing this in our delicate state. We are at the gym every day. She is spotted by people watching her at Barry's.
especially
They
that
follow
photo
her.
on
Well,
the
they don't
right.
follow her, but
Like, it's incredible. Like, oh my God, how can you qualify that as healthy?
that's a good point too, Cassie. Yes, she did the same thing with Dave Neal and others. Laura hasn't had the gall to try and contact me, and I wouldn't respond to her even if she did. And if I had any sort of response to Laura Owens, if she did try to reach out to me officially, I'd probably give her a response about like, Law Talk with Mike, go fuck yourself. I'm not interested in talking to you. I'm just not. So let's read this article. So you get the full breadth and width and breadth. What other words can I use? Of the levels of horrific things. And I'll also add, on a personal note, I dated someone who used self-harm as a manipulation tactic to try and coerce me to stay in a relationship that was dysfunctional. So I know very well what that feels like and what that looks like. And I was just savvy enough to say, no, I'm not going to get sucked into it. And I had a family member who said if it was serious that they would reach out to that former relationship. At the time, they were making pretty brazen overtures of self-harm. They did not do so, of course.
Was this the most recent or the
No, this
second?
was the first one.
Okay.
So you know who that person is and the sort of personality disorders. And I think there were also some learning disorders tied into that, among other herbs and spices, with cluster B and that kind of thing with that individual.
Yes.
But they did not unalive themselves despite threatening to do so multiple times.
Yeah.
As that relationship was ending. Yeah.
A manipulation tactic. Classic. Yeah.
So there's pictures of her being so happy getting her flowers for being at Barry's for 2000 in the red room. Take the red room with you. And it's titled, How Cruelty Ignited an Eating Disorder.
Uh-huh.
I feel like we need I was going to go find some, cheesy violin music. I was, because that's the woe is me. Laura Owens articles need that sort of underscore, but I just didn't have time. So forgive me, chat. Forgive me, replay crew, for not having a suitable music setting. No, the sexy jazz is not appropriate for this. That's about all I have in my files.
Judge the shit out of him in the comments and still leave a like, though, and subscribe, because
please do. We are close to 1K, folks. Hit that like and subscribe. We're only, about 80 something away, I think, last I checked. I didn't check today. It's real close. We're at 920 something, I think. So do hit that like and subscribe. That's my plug for that. Brace yourselves, folks. You've been given all the trigger warnings. Here we go. December 24, 2025. I should be making you read this, but I won't.
Oh, that's so benevolent of you.
I know. The voice is sort of hanging on. There are ways a life can be undone that feel dramatic from the outside. ChatGPT lines. Catastrophes that announce themselves. Moments that divide time cleanly into before and after. Keep an eye on those LY words, as Jack Fox would say, folks. The kind of suffering that arrives with sound effects, sirens, collisions, crash. I may add for dramatic effect. Bruce says sexy jazz. I'm not putting that comment up there, Bruce. Stop it. There's nothing sexy about this. This needs pity violin. This desperately needs pity violin. An event people recognize instantly and know how to name. What happened to me, Laura Michelle Owens, did not look like that. And it looked instead like endurance. It looked like adapting again and again to conditions that never stabilized. It looked like learning double M dash ChatGPT slowly, unwillingly ChatGPT M dash. How much a human nervous system can absorb before it all begins to fail. And then discovering that failure does not look like collapse. Or it does not always look like collapse, I should say.
No, of course not.
You know, do you have a role? We need like some sad piano roll music. That's why didn't I think of that sooner?
Probably. Like,
that would take too long, wouldn't it?
It would for this very moment, but had you actually given me some advanced warning about this?
It just came to me just now.
I know, but maybe in the future. And yeah.
Okay, you know what? We're going to digress because this is already just disgusting. Jeep Daddy is a connoisseur of piano rolls. And I'm quite convinced he's determined to become one of the largest collectors in the region.
You know,
he's got a ways to go, but
my
he's
collection,
well on his way.
Yes, my collection is merely 1/4 to 1/5 of others in the region that I am familiar and friendly with. However, my piano roll collection is not amateur by any stretch. I also do want to thank those who have subscribed to my primary channel, Off-Road Entropy, but also have found my North Linwood Creatives channel, which I do feature my player piano.
People
and
are
some
finding
rolls. People are finding
bravo.
me, and I am superbly grateful for that. So do be sure to smash a like button over on my side of the fence. It's not near as snarky over on the NL Creative side of the house, but that is where you will find some of my piano rolls and other assortment of musical creativity things that may exist.
I'll have to tag you when some of these things come out and say, okay, go find something to throw on the Steinway for this.
Yep. Yes, I think we'll have to find some appropriate background music. And I will, Batty. I will.
Will you neither confirm nor deny?
I will exercise my Fifth Amendment rights and refuse to answer said question.
I can answer that for you, Batty. The answer is yes.
I, as the first party individual in this, will again exercise my Fifth Amendment rights, and Echoes can kiss my ass.
No. Sometimes it looks like function carried far past its limits. Sometimes it looks like staying upright so convincingly that no one notices the cost until the damage has already set in. That is what happened to me. For most of my adult life, food has been unremarkable. What? All of that eating out at House of Prime Rib and Mamanoko and wherever else, what was that Italian place you like to go to with Mike, was unremarkable? Please. I mean, they were going out to eat all the time. How could it be Maybe that's not a glowing endorsement of House of Prime Rib. I don't know. I haven't been. I can't speak to that.
Same.
I did not diet, did not track numbers, did not experience my body as something that needed management. Liar.
Bullshit. But okay.
Liar. She's been going to Barry's long before she decided to go on her latest hunger strike. My weight hovered around 120 pounds. Without effort or thought. Well, wait till you reach middle age, young lady. It gets a lot harder. Wouldn't you say?
Without the intervention of modern day pharmaceuticals, yeah.
Bruce is absolutely correct.
And even then,
this is the blood is on your hands, Dave Neal Part 2. That's exactly what it is. She's recycling.
Yep.
I mean, there's really nothing new here. I'm just reading it to make fun of it. because it deserves some mockery. And because I'm feeling self-righteous, that's just how I feel about it. I mean, this is not new for her. We've seen these tactics before. We just want to cover it for thoroughness. Because she may take it down again, and, well, at least I can say I've covered it.
I do appreciate that it is in a offline, not live medium blog, but on a
Yeah, I wanted to take
somewhere.
some of the stuff out.
Well, yes, and also that's preservation.
Yes.
It's smart.
But I didn't need the
SMRT
pictures
smart.
of her sister's children. I didn't need the video of her in her polka dot black bikini, you know, pulling out the waistband of various things she was. It's like, why? This is
emotional
a bunch
manipulation.
Exactly. It's a bunch of PR bullshit. And I'm over it. The imagery does nothing. Although, you know, I was perfectly fine with the berries thing. Because, you know, she was so happy. She's so happy to be at Barry's and pretend like nothing's wrong.
Well, good for her then.
Yeah. You know, find happiness wherever it is. The grass is not always greener on the other side of the fence. That's just facts of life.
Yeah.
I ate when I was hungry, stopped when I was full, and derived uncomplicated pleasure from meals. Uncomplicated pleasure.
Uh-huh.
What a turn of phrase. There was no drama there, no hidden ideology. Food was simply part of the background of a functioning life. Sad.
Uh-huh.
What changed was not my relationship to food. What changed was my relationship to safety. During my paternity court case with former bachelor Clayton Eckert, because I have to mention Clayton every chance I get.
Former bachelor.
I need his...
Get it right, Echoes. Former bachelor.
Former bachelor star. Isn't that what I said?
No.
Oh,
you
sorry.
skipped right over that.
Oh, God. Well, because she doesn't see him as that. She wants him still.
Well,
she's not done with him.
That's why it's all in this thing.
Clearly, and there's an LY for you. Clearly, she is not over him.
What? No.
She's not done trying to get her pound of flesh out of him.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
She wants him to pay her. That's what she wants. In addition to stealing as much clout sharking as she can get out of him.
Yep. Former bachelor.
Which is why we got our physical trainer certification, which recently lapsed. I went and looked it up on her LinkedIn just last night. And why she decided to start Lizmax within like 20-something days of meeting him.
Given
please.
a menu of all the people that I could potentially do any sort of like training with, she would be the last on that list.
Yeah.
Of about 1,000 or more.
I don't care how many hours.
I mean, I don't mean to body shame, but fuck, if that's what I'm looking at and they're the ones trying to tell me like how to be more fit, that's not what I'm... No.
IB, it's not 24 pages here. I promise. It's only about 9. We'll get through it. We will. I promise. We'll get through it.
Okay.
Even if
I'll
it
just be
dribbles
quiet
into 3 hours.
I'll just be
well,
quiet.
Say something when you feel inspired, even if it's just groaning and grunting. That's good.
Well, yes.
But if you have something you have to say it. We'll stop. It's okay.
I usually do.
That's why you're here. You're the Robin to my Batman.
On this channel, anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the tables would be turned anywhere else. During my paternity court case against former Bachelor star Clayton Eckert in 2023, see, we are so specific. An online group calling itself Justice for Clayton formed and fastened itself to my life with a level of fixation that is difficult to convey without sounding unbelievable. Well, because it is. It was obsession. No, it wasn't. Sustained attention sharpened into punishment. No, that's called committing crimes and being charged with felonies. My life became a kind of public ledger onto which strangers projected certainty, grievance, and moral authority. Well, I am a self-righteous bastard.
Which you did to yourself, you dumb bitch.
I am a self-righteous bastard, and I will revel in that. I like to be a moral authority. I won't deny it. So when things become immoral and people become, fraudulent bitches, I want to point that out. I mean, this is why I have detractors.
Yes.
Quite plainly.
Yeah, it is.
You know, my bullshit meter's pretty good. It's pretty damn good.
This one of the myriad of reasons why we are as good of friends as we are.
I know. So this is unfair. Do you think my bullshit meter is better than yours?
That is unfair.
But I'm going to ask it either way.
I think it's better in certain circles where I'm not as connected. But I think
Do you
our
need
bullshit
familiarity
meters
first? Do you need to know
I
the
think
person?
not always, but I think that's where our bullshit meters complement each other nicely because like you have your strengths in some of the circles that you run in, and like for example, you'll share a screenshot of something that happens in one of those circles, and I'll immediately be like, ding ding ding, that's
Red
nonsense.
flag,
Like,
red flag.
yeah, like the alerts are going on. I can do the same in my circles with you, and you'll just be like ding ding ding, all the flags, and that's why we make an excellent pairing in the balcony.
Two
throwing
snarky gay
tomatoes
bitches on the balcony. I know.
That is correct. So
yeah, I wish we could turn that into a business.
It's not a contest per se about who's
and I wasn't trying to frame it
better
as a contest.
Yeah, no.
Well, maybe I was. I was being a little competitive.
You were just own it. Just own
fine.
Own being the bitch for a minute, okay? And I'm gonna take that down and say that's why we complement each other nicely.
We have complementary bitchiness.
That is correct. That's why we have our salty shirts.
I know.
And all
I'll never get over that.
So
I'm glad I have two. I think I just need to hang one behind me as backdrop.
that might be worthy of one of your backgrounds. Although my good friend who you know, who's also
those?
as opinion. Well, no, the one that we're considering giving the third shirt to is likely a strong candidate for that. For
it's not his
various
style,
reasons.
I don't think either. We need to find it in a button down, and it needs to be at least 2X for him. I'm sure of it.
His significant other seems to suggest that XL might be fine.
Okay, fair enough.
We'll figure that. We'll cross that bridge later. But yes, I'm not even sure where we were going with this, other than
we were just talking about bullshit meters.
Yeah, yes, and through some of this, like I have certain gestures that I want to give, but I don't want to offend the nice people that are in the chat.
You don't want to offend chat. I don't think chat would necessarily be offended, but I shouldn't speak for them either. The chat can decide if you want to make gestures.
I had
you wouldn't
lots
be
of
alone.
gestures. Yeah, I would not. I'm sure. Let's continue with this dribble here.
Are you sure?
No, but I have more comments later, I'm sure, because that's how I roll.
Well, let's plow through a bunch of this and see how far we get. Every aspect of me was treated as material: my mental health, my past, my family, my finances, my face, my body. She forgot her horses. Context was stripped away. Fragments were repackaged as content and circulated for engagement, narrated with the confidence of people convinced they were acting in the service of something righteous. That's me. I do act in something righteous. Otherwise, I don't do it. I mean, I'm just going to say that as a matter of fact. The most severe interpretations traveled fastest. The cruelest framing drew the largest audience. No, it didn't. For the content creators covering the case. If truth is that cruel, then maybe, bitch, stop committing crimes. I had never met these people.
What?
I'd never harmed them. That's not true.
What?
That's not true at all.
Mm.
She has harmed many people. She has harmed Dave Neal. She tried to sue Dave Neal for, what was it, $100 million or something? She harmed Lauren Knighty. She, through her attorney, has harmed many people. David Gingras has done lots of harm on her behest. That's bullshit. Yet they never spoke about me with the certainty and contempt typically reserved for someone convicted of murder.
Oh, Christ almighty.
Such terrible comparison. Someone society has already decided is undeserving of empathy or nuance.
Uh-huh.
Pleading special case.
Stroke
Proportion
harder,
disappeared. Context disappeared. Over time, slurs replaced my name. Being called a cunt became so routine that it ceased to function as an insult and instead became a category, a linguistic shortcut that eliminated the need to recognize me as a person at all. And as generous as Lauren Knighty is, she's not the only one who's called Laura a cunt. I'll just confess. I have to. More than once, to be specific. Through repetition, the extraordinary became ordinary. Dehumanization normalized for those delivering it, and inescapable for the person receiving it. There was no off switch, no neutral space where I could exist without being watched, interpreted, or repurposed. Over time, my body learned what my mind was slower to articulate, that the world I was moving through had become unpredictable and hostile. My little bubble of protection that mommy gave me has been burst. I was never fully at rest. I was always bracing. It was under those conditions that my relationship with food began to shift, not as intention, but as adaptation. Where's my button? She's been doing it for years, folks. My body was searching for something, anything that still obeyed rules. In a life governed by accusation and volatility, food became one of the few remaining places where cause and effect still held. Eat or don't. Hunger responded. Abstention produced quiet. I've never heard that. This is so wild. There was no audience, no commentary, no moral jury.
Okay. Then why do you keep putting this shit out into the public, you dumb bitch? Like, why?
Class A narcissist.
Well, obviously, but like
cluster B.
If this is your complaint in words, why on God's green earth do you continue to put yourself out into the public sphere? Oh, the former bachelor Clayton Decker. Like, shut the fuck up with that. If you're not, like, if this isn't your intent, then just shut up. Be quiet.
And again, I pity the poor public defender.
Oh my God.
I pity that poor man.
I don't know how long
case
he'll
is
last.
going to go sideways.
What's the over under on how long he's going to last?
I haven't heard. I think we should take an in-office content creator poll or pool.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we could get some good odds.
It's if you're so like, dear Laura, if you're so distressed about
we need a column. We need a column that's Dear Laura.
If you're
it
so
could be like
distressed,
Liz Nuts open letters to the Hales stuff.
Yeah. So distressed over all this attention that it's bringing you, and it's forcing you to like binge and purge and, have all your,
I would suggest a little more of the binging and a little less of the purging.
Correct. But like, if that's the source of all your problems, then maybe you need to just be the fuck quiet and
keep your nose down, get a job,
not
deal
try
with
and
stuff.
put this into the public sphere because you're doing this to yourself.
Yes.
It gets worse. Ignorant, naive cunt. Come on. Sorry, I don't mean to. The C word. It's there. Like,
well, she's used it already, and I've used it because she used it. So, there you go.
Just like,
and Lauren has no shame. Lauren will use it very gratuitously on occasion, and I support her in those linguistic choices.
Rant Daddy is back, but Jesus fuck, like this. Just God, shut up! If you're just fucking tired of it, just shut up.
Turn off the internet. Turn off the computer.
Yes, it is possible to do so.
Yeah. At first, the change felt like relief. I was not trying to lose weight. I was not trying to disappear. I was trying, without language for it, to reduce the internal noise of living under constant scrutiny.
Lies.
Turn off the internet. Restriction did not feel punitive. It felt clarifying. I mean, this is like sadistic stuff.
So why are you still fucking here? Jesus Christ.
It felt clarifying. A small private place where the rules did not change and no one else got a vote. That is how anorexia entered my life. Bullshit. Not as a wish to vanish, but as a body's response to prolonged threat. Not as pathology at the outset, but as logic under duress. A system doing what systems do when safety is withdrawn, conserving energy, narrowing focus, searching for predictability wherever it can be found. These are the burpings of a defective brain, in my opinion.
Slightly?
Yeah. This is when the neurons are not firing properly and we've got other issues. What I did not understand. Oops, well, there we go. I lost my spot. I'm just right there. What I did not understand then was that this sense of control was an illusion, a mirage that would eventually strand me in a place far more dangerous than the one I was trying to escape. Then, in May 2025, I was indicted on charges related to the paternity case. The indictment did not merely add pressure to a situation already strained beyond reason. It dismantled the last remaining structure holding me upright. It dismantled my lies that were holding me up. Until that moment, I had never been in trouble of any kind, not even a school detention. Overnight, my life was reclassified. My body, my history, my words were now broadcast to a much broader audience, and they were filtered through the language and gravity of the criminal legal system. Strangers watched in real time as proceedings were live streamed, clipped, narrated, and monetized on their fucking monetized YouTube channels. Dave Neal and Megan Fox and everybody with a monetized fucking YouTube. I'm so jealous that they got monetized and I didn't. Wow.
Oh my God.
I'm the podcast queen and I can't even get monetized. Nobody told me I couldn't get monetized. Shut up.
No, shut the fuck up.
The most severe interpretations drew the most attention. Didn't I read that already? It feels like it's repeating itself. The cruelest commentary generated the highest engagement. Empathy did not disappear so much as it became economically inefficient for the content creators covering the case. You aren't entitled to anything from me or anybody else talking about this. The only thing that, I will speak for myself, I feel entitled to do is represent the facts, to present the evidence, to present the filings, and to make my opinions and commentaries as I so see fit. That's the only thing I feel like exactly. Thank you. That's the only thing I feel empowered and entitled to deal with.
Yeah, you dumb bitch. If you keep putting your shit out in the fucking public, then it's going to entitle people like Echoes and myself and others to continue to comment. So just either shut the fuck up or strap the fuck in.
I should read that previous sentence because it gets exciting. Empathy did not disappear so much as it became economically inefficient for the content creators covering the case. Death threats followed, more than a dozen of them. Are those death threats in the room right now?
Who's it was fake Laura Owens here. Fake Laura Owens. Come on.
Oh, I know. I need some fake Laura Owens right now.
Yeah. Let's go.
It was at that point that bulimia emerged.
Okay.
And I just played Megan's clips. Yeah, I made little notes to myself. No. Megan talks about this. I may not have covered all of it. I stopped at a certain point. But Megan talked about how she's talked to other people who knew Laura in her school age. And she had eating disorders then. So this is not a new thing. Surprise, surprise. From the outside, bulimia is still often misunderstood as vanity, thinness as aspiration, attention as motive. That misconception is one of the reasons it is so easily dismissed. For me, it had nothing to do with appearance. It began because I had lost control of everything that made life feel livable, and my mind seized on the one decision that still felt available. I could eat, and then I could undo it or not. Yikes. Some of the sentence structure drives me crazy.
Yeah, wow. All right.
I lost control of all the lies I was telling, and people were catching me on it.
Oh, noes.
What I didn't know when it started was how quickly it would become clear that there was no right decision, only different kinds of punishment. If I purged, I felt as though I had crossed a line with myself, as though I had become someone I didn't recognize, someone willing to do something degrading in secret just to survive the next hour. Purging is not cinematic. It is physical and humiliating and unbelievably lonely. It is knowing exactly what you're doing, hating yourself for doing it, and doing it anyway because the alternative feels even more tolerable. And if I didn't purge, the guilt mutated into panic, into a suffocating certainty that I had lost control again, that I had failed at the one remaining thing I was still supposed to be able to manage. The day became a no-win equation. It's not a good turn of phrase there either.
Not really.
Then came the superseding indictment in November 2025, and with that, the disorder changed its shape again, and as the illusion of choice disappeared entirely. Oh, I blame it on all the things I'm being indicted for.
Oh, no.
I began purging everything. Not selectively, not strategically. Everything. I hope I'm saying that right. What began as an attempt to feel lost, powerful, became proof that I no longer had any power at all. There was no decisions left, only reflex, eat, erase, eat, erase. Binging followed, quietly, almost as permission. If the ending was already written, I could at least have the taste. Ew. I could eat fully, desperately, knowing I would undo it, and then do it again. Hunger was no longer the enemy. Fullness was not the goal. The goal was the brief silence afterward. And this is where she had a video of her in the polka dot black bikini, trying on different clothes, showing how thin she'd become, as if it's somehow persuasive. The world reduced itself to numbers, thresholds, tolerances. I lost nearly 50 pounds, and I now weigh 84 pounds. I understand exactly how alarming that sounds. No, you don't. Well, maybe not. No, I'm gonna stick with my original answer. No, you don't. You're using it to manipulate. I also understand what the illness does with it. I'm not sure you do. You're not getting help for it. I love that number. 84. I hate that. I love it. I mean, it's divisible by 2, but what's so special? What should register as danger is translated internally into evidence. Proof that what I have been living through was real. God. That the strain has left marks, that I did not imagine how bad my life has been over the last 2.5 years. I'm starving myself because of everyone being mean to me. I'm starving myself and calling it an eating disorder because
my hand just
people are holding
suddenly,
me accountable.
Oh, it's suddenly just, I can't, like, reflex. There we go. Okay. All right. I finally peeled my hand off my forehead. Please continue.
Oh, hang on. My poor stuffy nose.
Yep.
I swear it's this rubber mat I have at my computer. Or maybe it's my mic screen. It could be the foam of my... I'll figure it out one day. Every time I sit down, my sinuses close up. There's something here I'm allergic to, and I'll figure it out.
Maybe you're allergic to Elo's bullshit.
I wish I could say that were true. Well, I mean, it is true, but physically it's a different cause.
Oh, well, fine.
She continues. 84 stopped being a goal a long time ago. It became a border that traps me from both sides. I cannot go below it without knowing medically that I'm no longer playing with an idea. I'm playing with organ failure and sudden death.
Wait,
Well,
so she just got done relegating us all of how it was so distressing that she made it down to 84, and yet now it's a goal?
And now it's a plaything.
Bitch, what?
Yeah.
I mean, no. That doesn't pass sanity. No.
This has some serious psychopathy to it. Yeah. Yeah. Get help, Laura.
God,
get your
damn,
ass to ER, get in a program, and get help.
Check yourself in, girl.
People have been saying that for years. I'm not the first. I think Dave Neal is, and Dave is quite empathetic. I got to give that man more credit. I'm going to call things a little bit more as I see them, but he's willing to give people the benefit of the doubt and say, you just get help. We don't want you to do something to yourself.
In the end, no, obviously, but like, Christ almighty. Like,
but we can't do it for you. You've got to get your ass in there.
Yeah. Whatever the scheme is that she's got going on with mommy or
Dingus.
daddy or sister or Dingus or all of these people that orbit her life like that. Like they're going to keep pushing this narrative. Like I just, unhealthily, like, oh my God. And like what IB said in chat, that the thing here is the manipulation aspect of it.
Yes.
Sure. I personally, I am not shading any of the eating disorders that are out there because they are very fucking real. It is when you turn that into a manipulation tactic and when you use that and try to excuse your behavior or use that as leverage against others, that's when it crosses a line of
faux show.
Completely inappropriate. Unacceptable.
Yeah. Needing a lot of therapy, a lot of medical intervention. And I don't mean telehealth med visits.
Oh,
I
no.
mean, your ass
No.
is in front of a
It's like-
doctor in a doctor's office, and
Yep.
they are doing legitimate work, which you have to pay for, Miss Indigent.
I mean, in Washington State, I would consider that like going to Western State and checking
Yeah.
yourself into the hotel there and staying for a minute while you get your shit sorted.
Or several. I mean, there's a chance that this could actually be treated and managed in prison.
Yes, but I mean, there's part of an empathetic part of me that wants
Yeah.
that would much rather that this be in like a
I'm just being
maybe
realistic.
higher security wing of a mental health institution where she can actually get the help that she needs, because this is, in my layman's opinion, clearly a personality problem, not just strictly a legal thing. Which doesn't
And it's not strictly
discount
an
the
eating
legal.
disorder thing either.
Right.
I mean, there's
So it doesn't-
there's some wiring that needs to be untangled in the
Yeah.
head. Clearly.
And it's not to discount the legal problems and like the manipulation and the damage that she's done to people legally, civilly, whatever. But it is very much underpinned by some kind of mental health problem that that underpins all of this, that just needs to get addressed. And that's probably more intensive than just like, I'm going to phone a therapist once a month. Yeah, no, that's not going to cut it.
Yeah. She continues, if I put on weight, though, Justice for Clayton would say, sneering, that something has slipped, as though my health is a moral failing they get to grade. She looks anorexic, is also means meant as a dig. Oh, God.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But my
I need
illness,
you
that one
continue. I'm
differently.
going to need to look at my background. I'll be back.
I'll gladly donate 50 pounds to her without even thinking twice. She can have my 50. It's all yours. It hears it as the only sentence that sounds like approval, the only moment when the noise stops being purely punitive and briefly turns it into sixth form of validation, the kind that makes you feel relieved and ashamed at the same time. Basically, I'm stuck. Truly, it is a living hell. No, you're not stuck. You just choose not to do what you need to do. And that's get your ass checked in. Do it now. Do it this very minute. Do it right now. No one will judge you for doing what you need to do, because that's what you need to do. But that's not what you want, because then you can't use it as a weapon. My physicians have diagnosed me with anorexia nervosa. Get it right. Anorexia nervosa, extreme severity, purging type, and extreme is not dramatic language. It's because my BMI is 14.4. It is the outermost clinical category, the one that signals the body is no longer functioning within a meaningful buffer. Then why are you still going to Barry's every day? Allegedly. I would think Barry's, in their infinite wisdom and wanting to avoid potential liability if something should happen because you're using their machines in a medically deficient state, that they would cut you off at some point. I do wonder about that. In November 2025, on the night of the superseding indictment, my body came close to that, making that decision for me. I was hospitalized and had a sudden, life-threatening medical emergency, my system failing under a strain it could no longer compensate for. Was that the time she was supposed to show up in California for her trial? Is this the same November, perhaps? Oh, we're trying to also convince why we weren't in attendance at a trial that we were supposed to have. Yikes. I know that this illness will kill me if it continues, but that knowing that, oh God, more grammar. But that knowing that does not magically hand me control back. It leaves me stranded between two realities that both feel impossible. I cannot keep living like this, and I do not know how to stop. I do not yet know how to stop. Yeah, you do. I've just told you. Check your ass into ER right now. That's what you need to do. I was there lying in a hospital bed. Well, and not just check your ass into ER. Follow what they tell you to do, which is going to be to get into a program to deal with the first problems. And then it's going to be to start seeing some psychiatric practitioners to deal with the mental problems. That's what's going to happen. But you don't want to do that because, again, then you can't weaponize it, can you? I was there, laying in a hospital bed, that my mind finally went somewhere it had been avoiding. What makes this unbearable is not the idea of death itself, but the knowledge of who would be left behind if it came. The loss would not belong to the internet. It would not belong to the people who turned my suffering into their hobby. It would live permanently inside people who did nothing to deserve it. My mom and dad would lose their daughter, not the version people argue about online, not the case or noise around it. My father is 80 years old and has lived with Parkinson's for 25 years, and he has to sit in the black chair. No, not that one, the black chair, the black chair. Sorry, I couldn't help it. He cannot walk on his own. Well, he seemed to do just fine on his walker. When he moves from room to room, someone is always with him, my mother or me, holding his arm. He was doing just fine, even with Scottsdale police in full tactical gear walking behind him. He did pretty well for, advanced Parkinson's and whatever other ails him, the poor old guy. And he has to put up with this insane bullshit. Yeah. I've got to finish this up. I'm running out of juice.
Keep going.
Keep going. Okay, next page, I think. Waiting patiently when his feet freeze and his body will not respond. If I were gone, it would not just be grief. It would be sudden absence of a body that helps his body function. I'm not so sure of that. She didn't even know he used a walker. I'm not convinced she's very aware of what he needs. One fewer presence he trusts to keep him upright. I'm not convinced. Illness has already taken enough from our family. My parents don't deserve to lose their daughter to another one. Least of all to an eating disorder. Lose their daughter to another what? Illness?
Yeah. Huh?
My sister would lose the one person she never has. Yikes. My sister would lose the one person she never has to explain herself to. The shared memory, the shorthand, the voice that can say, no, you're not crazy. I was there too. I'll bet they've done some of that. She would lose the rituals that carried us from childhood into adulthood, sister nights, long conversations that made the day feel survivable again, the daily Zoom workouts where we count reps wrong and laugh at the same moments every time.
I thought she went to a place though to do her workouts, not
She
on
does.
Zoom.
She's seen
Okay.
seen daily at Barry's. She's seen daily.
But on Zoom?
No.
Oh.
They don't let you have devices, ostensibly.
Okay. Yeah. So
especially in certain rooms of Barry's, as I understand it. This is frou-frou Jim. They don't want to they don't want everything televised, so I think phones are forbidden in certain areas, including bigger rooms. That was my understanding from Layla of PS Creative when she was on Laura Knighty's channel some months ago. Because Layla from PS Creative, who Laura also tried to go after, sees her there on a semi-regular basis, including the black Hyundai car that I think Mother's driving for the most part. Although maybe Laura sometimes drives it, I'm not sure.
But nobody knows who owns
But Mother
that.
is often with Laura at Barry's gym on the treadmill. Allegedly.
Okay.
And it's just at this point in the text where she inserts 3 images of her sister Sarah's children and Laura. She says, I want my nephews to know me in the present tense, is the caption of those 3 images. My nephews are so little that if I disappeared from their lives now, they wouldn't lose me the way adults lose someone. They wouldn't even have the chance to miss me. I would be gone before I ever had a chance to exist in their memory at all. Boo-hoo. They would grow up with my name already living in the past tense, the kind of name that makes the room go quiet for a second, the kind that gets said carefully, gently, like it might break something if it's spoken too loudly, like Voldemort or Beetlejuice. Which one of the two? I wonder. She loved you so much, someone would say, and that would be true. Let's just pat ourselves on the back in this fictitious afterlife. I love it.
Right, yeah.
But it would be also be devastatingly incomplete. There would be given pieces of me. They would be given pieces of me to hold and told to assemble a person. Oh, God, some of this, I just don't get it when I read it the first 5 times. A photograph where I'm holding them before they knew to look at the camera. The same memories brought out again and again because there would never be new ones to add. A laugh someone tries to recreate and can't quite get right. I would become something abstract, a presence without weight, a love without a body attached to it. I'm acutely aware of this. It is why in recent months I've been quietly creating proof of myself, small, ordinary evidence
Okay.
We're leaving
All
a
right.
trail of breadcrumbs.
Cool. Yeah. All right.
The trail of felonies. There we go. So
yeah.
the people I love will still have the texture of me if this illness keeps taking more than it has any right to take. Then get your ass into our program. This is simple. I take photographs when nothing special is happening because those are the moments that vanish first. Wow. There's going to be some feet pictures, I'm sure.
Ew.
Pictures of dogs laying on their manky little beds.
Oh.
I record videos on purpose, saying their names, laughing, talking directly to them, so my voice doesn't become something they have to imagine. I write cards for no occasion at all, leaving behind my handwriting, my phrasing, the unmistakable fact of me.
Oh my God. Oh, my hand's stuck to my forehead
oh my
again.
God.
Echoes. Oh my God. What do I do?
Don't vomit on yourself. These are the poor choice of words. Sorry, folks. These are the gestures of surrender. It's the opposite. They are the actions of someone who understands slowly and unwillingly that wanting to stay and being able to stay are not always the same thing, and who cannot bear the thought that the people left behind might ever doubt how hard she tried. Jesus Christ. And how fiercely she loved them, even as she was losing control of the body meant to carry her life through this. This takes me back to, I still need to get that video clip. Woe is me, Laura Michelle Owens. And the truth is, the instinct to stay until the end is not new to me. I've practiced it for decades. Yes, we know, because this problem you have to deal with goes back for decades. You're telling on yourself again. I've rescued nearly 20 senior special needs dogs, many of them hospice. I've held them as they died, cheek pressed into their fur, hands on their ribs, trying to memorize the exact feeling of them while they were still alive. People do not line up for animals like that. They do not want the medication schedules, the accidents, the nights when panic arrives without warning, the moment you realize you are the last comfort a body will ever feel. They do not want to know the ending in advance. But the ending was never the part that frightened me.
This is so melodramatic. I can't.
I know. It's so classic, Laura. I love it. She took down the old Medium blogs, which are archived, so they're not gone. But I'm glad we have fresh ones.
Yes.
I've been yearning for this since the discovery of her justiceforlaura.com. I mean, that was kind of, this is all at the same time. She's been busy. She has been pummeling her keyboard like crazy writing all this crap.
Or copy pasting and maybe,
ChatGPT rearranging.
And maybe some dipshit influenced writings. Yeah. Okay.
Dear ChatGPT, can you write a sob story that's about 15 pages long that talks about body image issues, that talks about eating
and here's
disorders,
all my reference
and how
material.
horrible it would be,
oh my God.
and lots of reminiscing. I would love to see how these get generated. I really would.
Oh my God, those prompts would be amazing.
Oh my God. I hope when the Maricopa County Attorney's Office confiscated their devices, they caught some of this. I hope to God.
That would be amazingly delicious. That would be incredible.
If there is a God.
There's not, but,
Shh. Don't burst my little religious bubble, please.
Fine, I'll keep my mouth shut this time.
Keep that one to yourself. I've got to get through this. What frightened me was the idea of anyone facing it alone, of a life ending without someone there to witness it, to stay, to love it all the way through. Ugh, yuck. Even in this last year, while my own life was coming apart, I pulled 2 medically fragile seniors off the county euthanasia list. Oh, good for you.
Well, okay.
I wonder when that happened.
The county
does that mean there's more
euthanasia
dogs?
list.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, for a second, wait.
We
She's
go to
talking
the
about
pound and
dogs or
rescue
her
dogs?
parents?
Oh, I assume dogs.
Oh, I kind of went to her parents, but
no comment.
I'm just going to keep drinking. Please
Those were
continue.
the 2 best decisions I made all year. So, I mean, ostensibly we have more dogs. That's scary for someone who's indigent and has no money to take care of dogs.
Yeah.
That's scary. I would, with reportedly new federal legislation that it's going to become a federal crime for animal cruelty or something like that. I saw this also today. This could put her at even more risk if she's found to be negligent with pets on a federal basis. If the current administration enacts that piece,
being
as
negligent
if state
with
laws
pets,
aren't enough, but never mind.
Like,
I saw that.
Being negligent with pets and not taking care of them properly,
Making it a federal crime. I mean,
that
it seems a little
would.
extreme, but
I mean, I understand that because there's nothing that will get me to see red faster than somebody abusing the kindness of an animal, and I cannot abide that.
IB
Animals
makes a
are
good point. Helping senior dogs is a good thing. However, I have to wonder the level of care based on the police video. I would concur.
Yes.
I would concur.
Yes.
And I would say that about the horses as well.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
these things are transitory, and what happens with one set of animals tends to happen to others.
Correct.
In my experience.
And if it's all for stage and all for just like furthering whatever narrative that you're trying to push, then that's egregious and animal abuse in my less than humble opinion.
And I would imagine, IB, that she thinks she's saving them. This is her heroine moment.
Yep.
I'm
Something
saving them
inside
from
that.
certain death they don't deserve by letting them live and perhaps even suffer a few months or maybe even a few years longer.
Yeah.
That's my interpretation. Again, that's a personal opinion.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop with the dogs. It's also why there are older horses in my backyard. The ones people stop paying
the
attention to
20-year-old
once they can't be
ones
ridden.
that aren't worth anything.
Assets.
They're not assets.
Shown or turned into proof of anything. Okay. Oh, we're talking about proof of anything. Interesting. Some came to me within hours of being sent to slaughter.
Oh. Saving them
why
from
I'm
the
having
glue
a high glue
factory.
shortage?
Okay. All right. Fine. Yeah.
Maybe this is why I'm having some supply issues in my line of work. She's rescuing too many horses. I need the horse glue.
Wow. Okay. Like I
know,
wasn't going there, but
that was rude. I'll admit it, but
that's all you echoes.
Yeah, I'll take that one. I'll take that.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah. All right.
Others have been with me for more than a decade. Many are in their late 20s now, gray and around their eyes, stiff when they first stand, slower every year, and still lifting their heads the second they hear my voice. I've got other images I'm really trying hard not to talk about. I know their habits, the way you know a person you've lived with beside for years. Which one needs time before he moves? Which one won't take his medication unless it's given just so? Which one freezes if you rush him and settles if you wait? They know me too. My steps, my timing. That way of caring is what I'm trying to build toward, taking what I've learned in my own backyard and extending it outward. I've been in the early stages of starting an animal rescue. Oh no, another LLC maybe?
God, Jesus Christ.
The unglamorous, unfilmable work that does not flatter anyone and does not perform well online. Oh yeah, I think we're starting something else. Oh God help us. Because it's mostly pills, clean up and showing up again the next morning. A future spent doing that, pulling the animals no one wants, taking responsibility for lives other people scroll past, is my greatest wish. If I'm lucky enough to live long enough to make it real. We've got another scheme. We've got another scheme being brewed right here, folks.
Fuck off.
Laura Owens Animal Rescue LLC to get another credit card and run into bankruptcy. Just an opinion. My fear is that I will not get there. My fear is a tragic outcome, but not the kind that makes a neat story. I worry that an eating disorder designed to thrive under pressure will finish what sustained public cruelty began, and that if my body ever gives out, the story will be told as though it were fate instead of force. Something tragic but inevitable, as if nothing could have interrupted it. That would be the final lie layered over all the others. The lie that this was simply what happened to me, rather than what was done to me. What my body did in response to environment that never stopped tightening its grip. How dare people convict me of any crimes that I've committed? I'm an innocent princess. I'm a princess.
Okay, like, how much more of this are you going to torture your poor audience with? Because, like, how much more is there left of this
We're in the bottom
absolutely
quarter.
I see that, but that's only a quarter. So there's like
Well,
obviously
stop interrupting.
more.
Let me finish.
Well, shut up. I'll interrupt all I want.
I can do something about that.
I know
What
you
is most
can.
cruelly misunderstood is the belief that persistence equals resistance. That if an illness remains, it must be because the person is not trying hard enough. Never mind. I'm trying. I am trying. I am under medical care. Not enough. I'm working with professionals who understand exactly how serious this is and how narrow the margin has become. There is no denial. Okay, so now we're saying there is no denial, no neglect, and no attachment to being unwell. Then where's the problem? I'm claiming bullshit. Well, no, that was an elephant, not bullshit. Damn buttons. There is only a body that has been kept under threat for too long and has not been given the conditions required to recover. You aren't going to let me go. I'm never going to recover. Eating disorders respond to safety. Yes, says the expert, actual safety. Without it, treatment is triage. You stabilize, you intervene, you buy time, you do not heal. Peace would mean waking up without bracing. It would mean eating without calculating fallout. Who might see, what might be said, how my body will be interpreted or used against me. It would mean a nervous system, no longer locked into vigilance, no longer forced to treat ordinary existence as a threat. Well, if ordinary existence is lying and faking pregnancies and committing fraud and all those other things you're charged with, that will never happen. There will never be peace.
Yep. 1,000% Batty, the comment, 1,000 fucking percent.
That one?
Get the fuck off the internet.
Yep. Without it. Oh, let's see. With peace, recovery becomes possible. Without it, every attempt at healing is uphill against the same force that caused the collapse in the first place. You cannot recover a body while it is still being hunted. You cannot ask someone to get better while insisting they remain visible, discussed, graded, and punished in public. That constant exposure doesn't just prevent healing. It shapes the story that gets told. Since 2023, Justice for Clayton has dreamed of a documentary in which they are the protagonists, the people who exposed wrongdoing, brought someone to justice, and emerged vindicated. But there is another ending to the story, one they do not account for. This is what Megan Fox is reading. If the pressure they help sustain continues, if that eating disorder I am now fighting overtakes me, then there is no version of that documentary that looks like a victory. A film that set out to celebrate accountability would instead have to reckon with reality that sustained cruelty, public fixation, and relentless exposure did not produce justice at all. Oh, yes, it did. Well, it hasn't just
It did,
yet.
just not in your favor.
Yeah. They produced a death.
I roll.
It's not even funny.
You're welcome to continue to like torture yourself with this document.
I'm not
if you would
tortured.
like.
I find this comedy in a way.
It is actually terribly hilarious.
Because it's quintessentially her. This is all she's able to create.
Yeah.
This is the breadth of her creative prowess. Is I'm never guilty. You need to let me go, or I'm just going to starve myself to death. Or whatever.
Right.
I'm going to fill in the blank myself to death. That's her MO. It's wash, rinse, repeat. That would not be a story about truth or righteousness or a woman who deserved it. I disagree. It would be a record of what happens when punishment becomes more gratifying than restraint. Restraint for what? No, you don't deserve restraint because you're convicted. Well, when you get convicted. I mean, and again, the system does say guilty and innocent until proven guilty. I almost blew that one. Innocent until proven guilty is the system, but we are allowed our opinions. And I'm sorry, you don't like them. Tough shit. That's the world.
Yeah. If you're on the internet like that and you're putting yourself out there like that, then hashtag First Amendment. Go fuck yourself.
It would be a record of what happens when punishment becomes more gratifying than restraint. When a handful of $4.99 super chats, a spike in views. She's so jealous of people that actually get super chats. She is so fucking jealous. It's funny. A spike in views, the brief adrenaline rush of a like button lighting up. They light up? I want one that lights up. Or a subscriber count. Ticking higher becomes just tempting enough to eclipse empathy. No, that my empathy boat sailed a long time ago with her. When people forget slowly and then all at once what it feels like to be human. In that story, the eating disorder doesn't arrive as mystery or vanity. It arrives as consequence. Food becomes arithmetic. Hunger becomes the closest thing to quiet. Purging becomes brief, brutal relief that hardens into compulsion and then into medical reality. Not a performance, not a choice. Yes, it is a performance. This is the most performative crap I think I've read, but a body adapting to sustained, unwanted attention in an environment that never relented. Some would call it tragic. Some would call it inevitable. Some would say it proves whatever they already believed. Others would insist they didn't know it was this bad, even though I told them. Even though they could see it, even though my body was already telling the story. Oh, pity me. Let me put myself on my Laura Owens cross. I'm going to crucify myself, and it's all your fault.
Oh, my God.
What a martyr. What a selfless bitch martyr. Jesus. All of those explanations will arrive after the fact, carefully worded and self-protective, and all of them will be too late to matter. The losses would not be shared equally. For justice for Clayton followers, it would be mourning the social media communities that would eventually go quiet. Oh, no. We've got plans after you. I'm sorry, bitch. You aren't the only fish in the pond. Oh, God, no. There's just enough insanity in this world where you are but one of the many ripples that I plan on covering. I'm sure that's true of all the others as well. Many of them have kind of let the story go a little bit, and they only cover it when there's something interesting. A server achieved, a fixation replaced with a new case. Yes, true. That part is true. It will be replaced with a new case. This case will inevitably come to a conclusion one way or the other. For the content creators who profited from this, it would be years spent litigating whether their sustaining, knowing, and monetized conduct constitutes intentional infliction of emotional distress. Megan Fox also read that one. For my family, I love it. Post-mortem threats of litigation. Good luck. The lich of the bitch, Laura Owens, is going to come and sue me. Come on. That would be a magic trick.
That just stinks of jealousy.
Tales from Laura Owens, the Crypt Keeper. Come on.
It just has the wretch and the stink of, oh, I'm so jealous because I didn't get ahead of it, but everybody else did. Yeah, shut up. God.
For my family, there would be absence, silence, and the plain devastating truth that I was still trying to heal, still trying to build something good when the world chose to keep watching instead of stopping. Unplug. Easy fix. And sitting inside that knowledge is the simplest, hardest truth of all. None of this ever needed to happen. I shouldn't have been charged with 14 felonies. You should have just let me go because I'm a princess. And I never should have had to suffer this much just to earn the right to keep living. Keep living. No one's stopping you.
Nobody's stopping you from getting off the fucking internet and just going and living your life.
No one's forcing you not to go into any sort of recovery care. And that's the bottom. That's the end. And then there were 3 images from the Justice for Clayton Instagram. Some of them were kind of funny. I did not include them here. They were memes. Some of them kind of regenerated her visually, including sort of a Gollum appearance and some other things.
Oh.
I was disappointed that my Succubus of Scottsdale didn't get included in those images, but I'll get over it. And she whines about those images. These images were created and circulated by members of Justice for Clayton. They reflect a deliberate choice to render a real person grotesque, to turn visible illness to entertainment, and to continue even as the harm became unmistakable. I cannot comprehend choosing to spend one's time this way, fully aware of the damage it would cause to another human being, and proceeding anyway. Then don't consume the content, you stupid bitch. Turn it off. No one is forcing you to look.
Yeah.
No one is forcing you to look. I mean, it may be distasteful. I'm kind of neutral. I mean, I saw the images. I'm like, well, I made a devil picture of Laura because that's how I feel about her. That's my First Amendment right for expression.
Yep.
And I think horns and glowing eyes suit her better than sort of Gollum. So there, we've made it to the bottom. That's it, folks.
Christ. What a journey.
Does everyone need to go see their therapist now? I would say yes. I feel immune to this stuff.
I feel like I need to go and reach out and see if there's an appointment available.
Reach out
tomorrow.
and touch some grass now, folks. There's the worst of it. We'll see what else she decides to publish. If she's that stupid.
No, that's my plan on Sunday. I'm gonna go off-roading.
Yeah. Oh. Well, very good, because don't forget, I'm kidnapping you on Saturday.
I'm well aware of said
We'll
kidnapping
discuss
plan.
we'll discuss details later.
Yes.
Maybe tomorrow. Just align the schedules.
It's fine.
Oh, let's see. I haven't watched much of chat because I just wanted to bang through that.
I would be kidnapping you on Sunday had it not be for
Well,
one of
we're
your
working.
other employment
We're working.
things.
Yep, we're busy.
Yeah,
And I've got a couple meetings on Sunday too, so it's gonna be a busy day. Busy. Busy. All right. We've suffered enough. So thanks again, everybody, for joining us this evening and all that bullshit. For yet another 3 hours. I mean, that was enough for 3 hours. I was...
Christ almighty.
That was a lot, but a lot happened.
It was almost more interesting to work on my taxes than to
read that crap,
deal
of
with
course.
listening to
I'm hoping there will be some funnier crap, but she's just going to keep using the same manipulation tactics.
Oh, of course she will.
You're killing me, you're starving me, we're just... Blame shift left, right, and center. That's all she's got. That's all she's got.
That's all she's got.
And this is why I think, contrary to what some other content creators have said, I don't think she's going to take a plea deal. She keeps deflecting and blaming everybody else. I still don't see it. I still don't see her accepting a plea. Even if one has been offered, which, as of today, as far as I'm aware, a plea deal has not been offered.
I hear what you're saying, because I'm one of those that have suggested that she will eventually accept a
If
plea
she
deal.
has any sense at all, which I'm not convinced, that would be what is best for her.
Yes.
And I'm sure her attorney is desperately trying to get her to see that.
And in her tiny little brain, she will need to exhaust all of the other options first before that is an acceptable thing. So she's going to try that. Hence all of these prolific writings and objections and nonsense into the courts and delays and blah, blah, blah.
Delay, stall, that's her MO.
All
Delay.
Yeah. All of that has to show up before she will then okay, well, what's the best deal I can get for myself? So I'll stand with those others that she will take a plea deal. It's just going to be a minute before she actually agrees to that. When she, in her own mind, has figured out that she's exhausted all her options. That's the only way this is going to happen.
Yeah. I'm going to just check in with chat briefly. Robin, no, I did not talk about her request for out-of-state travel. Yes, she has again requested expedited request to go to California again. She claims to help family in illness. I believe it's to see her sister again. That's just my opinion. But yes, she has again filed. I have not heard the results of that, if that's been approved or not. I would imagine we may or may not hear in the next couple of days. I'm also told, because this appeared on another creators show last night or yesterday, that there are a number of horse shows happening over the weekend. And she is requested to leave for this weekend. So I think there was something in Thermal, California. So yes, she's probably out horse riding again, while being so deathly ill because the world is causing her eating disorders.
No.
Yet we still have energy to ride horses and take that risk. Bitch, please.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's done that too. I mean, if I covered absolutely everything that's happened in the last week, we would be here for another 2 hours, and I don't have it. I need to tap out because I'm done now. After all of that, I should have started with that and called it one. I don't know. I'm just trying to get caught up, and when so much happens so quickly, it's just like, Jesus, you're just drowning in it.
Very eventful
This is why
for the
I can't
last
do hails.
couple days.
This is why I can't do hails, because I would have to do live streams 3 hour plus every day. I don't have that in me. I just don't.
Yeah,
there are other things I want to do with my free time.
I think I would refuse
than cover hails
to,
every day.
Well, and I would refuse to be your sidekick for all that time, because I may have low self-esteem, but I have just enough to not torture myself with that level of nonsense.
And then Tug, that umbrella guy, God bless that man. He's got the silver tongue. he can just keep telling the stories every day. And he's got such a big channel. I'm fairly sure he's making an okay income off of it, but he is as regular as Dave Neal. It's every day. It's amazing.
Good on them. I have literally, I don't have that kind of time. I'm trying to survive my 9 to
Lynette
5.
Preston is the rancorous woman in the What the Hales. So she's the one that's been following Jeremy Hales all over Kingdom Come, trying to grift off of him and get money out of him. And that's gone horribly wrong for her and everyone in her circle. And everyone in her expanding circle, including the quote, what the Hales anti-media ecosystem, or whatever the fuck that was called. That thing created by the sort of scumbag attorney that waltzed into Lynette Preston's life and said, I'll take care of everything, and the guy's just a scumbag. Yeah, if you aren't following What the Hales, if you don't suffer enough, follow Hales too. Tug and Megan talk about it regularly. Tug mostly. Megan does it sort of every other day when she's not dealing with ill children and snow days. So if you need more drama in your life, people being as crazy and stupid with crazy, stupid attorneys, just like Laura Owens, you'll find What the Hell's just as entertaining. And they are waiting for felony indictments there. Laura Owens is kind of progressing a little faster. The Hales stuff is still tied up, I think, in 10 federal cases. That hasn't quite made it to criminal indictments yet, but they think they're coming. So for those of you who follow Hales, there's stuff will be happening soon, from what I understand. But on that note, I need to call it. I'm done. I'm done. Are you done? You're done. You're out of bitch beer. You're out of beverages.
I'm not out of bitch beer. I've got about half a can of this left.
Well, then never mind. You can finish your bitch beer, but I'm going to call it a night. So
I will,
thanks.
but off stream.
Oh, fine. Thanks everybody for joining. Go call your therapist tomorrow after all that crap.
Yeah.
Feel free. Tell them about the craziness of Laura Owens. Share it.
Yes.
Friends share, right? Friends share their suffering.
Yes. And a moment of gratitude for all of those in the live stream and also the replay crew. Thank you so much
chat.
for following my blank ass channel at Off-Road Entropy and
you need
also
to get some videos, sir.
In my NL Creatives. I just need to go and edit the videos that I have. Yeah. I'm also going to go and maybe get some more footage on this coming Sunday. That go splash in some mud and all the things. So
I'm sure you will.
As soon as I have the brain space and the spoons in order to do any kind of editing, I will gladly, without hesitation, share that with all of you. So thanks. I appreciate that.
There you go. And again, thanks for liking, subscribing, leaving your comments here on this channel. We are dang close to 1K. It's a small milestone, but it is a milestone. And we like milestones. We like goal setting. I will never make much money from this, even if I do turn all that stuff on. And Laura Owens complained about, yet another fucking monetized YouTube channel. I'm quoting her. Yeah. That is a direct quote from Laura Owens. I'm not just saying that to be gratuitous. She whines about monetized channels. And, it's a small thing. I don't even think I could go buy chocolate with it. What do you do? All right.
You won't even accept chocolate bribes from me anymore.
See, I should.
The same way that you did before. So
I have rules. We have sugar rules now. That's just the way life is, and that's the cross I get to bear.
It's just fucking annoying.
I'm not easily bribed.
I just need to find the low sugar chocolate to bribe you with.
If you can find something better than Hershey's, you might have an in.
Don't tempt me. I will find it.
I mean, that's what I'm suffering with is Hershey's zero sugar stuff. And it's like, well, okay, it's chocolatey tasting. It works, but it's not wonderful.
Yeah, well, sometimes we have to do what we have in our availability. So whatever.
And I hate to tell Mother Pugger. Yes, we are at the end. We are at the conclusion. Join the replay crew, please and thank you. We're done. I'm done. I need to call it because I've got to recover now. So thanks again, everybody, for joining us. As more happens, you'll hear it here too, as well as all of our other content creator friends, Lauren, Bruce, Megan, Tug, MG, Rosalind Duke, etc. Hey, Rob, and Ducky, and and Tiff,
Bruce,
who am I forgetting? The list just gets longer. Melissa Jade, who's still doing older stuff, bless her. There's lots of us doing it, but I want to stay current because I want to save the old stuff for when we don't have stuff to talk about. See, I've got it all planned out.
We'll find a new case to go.
We will, and we'll have new stuff too. I mean, there's lots of things people have suggested. I've
At
got some
some
things I want to
point,
look at. We'll
this
get there.
dumb bitch is going to fade into obscurity, and
there will be other things to
released
talk
from
about.
it. And there's going to be another crazy out there that will all go and just roast. It'll be
Yes.
delightful then.
And then we'll have other people to talk about, and that will be glorious.
Yes.
To have a different name other than Laura Owens and anyone affiliated with the Owens family.
Correct.
And what a day that will be. So on that pleasant note, everybody, have a pleasant rest of your week and weekend. I don't plan on being on this weekend, so don't count on me for a weekend stream unless something happens that I just can't resist.
Yeah, I probably won't be
But
here.
I've got obligations this weekend, so we've got other things to do.
Yes.
So we'll get there. And thanks to and on that pleasant note, thanks, bitches.
Thanks.
Love it. Bye.
Bye.